Hello, everybody. We are back. We are back with Dan. It's me and Dan.
Hey, it's me. I'm Dan again.
I tried to lower Dan's audio because I did watch the video back and Dan was very loud. I apologize to
Fine.
everyone.
That's the feature. That's part of the experience.
It's part of having
You
Dan
get
on
to
the
blow out your
show.
eardrums.
It's part of having Dan on the show. Is Dan comes with a lot of energy. Um. Oh, now people are saying you're very low. Oh my god. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. I've brought Dan back up a little bit.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Be prepared to regret that, everybody.
Dan does get excited and yell. So, we gotta we gotta find. Okay, everyone says you're good. I'm not gonna touch
On the
it.
last on the last episode of Dragon Ball Z, I went through a character arc
Hmm.
where I went from fearful to a conqueror, a lord of boars, and
Yep.
since then I have played a little bit.
It's like Dan went into the time capsule. And so we had mentioned this last time before we get into the game. Dan, okay, for everyone who wasn't here last time, Dan is one of my best friends that I've had since first grade.
Hi, how you doing?
Um, we know each other very well. We've known each other for a very long time. Dan has a tendency to go.
I've gotten over it. Don't worry.
He has. I would say you get very into a thing very fast.
Yeah, it's called hyperfocus. There's a clinical name for it.
Dan hyper focuses. Um. So. I kind of like monkey's pawed Dan with Raft, where I was like, this is a game that would be fun for me and Dan. That's it's the kind of game that Dan would get into. I really like this game, and then Dan discovered that he could both craft and have a boar's head.
Yeah.
And Dan has created something bananas. Chat is saying ADHD club.
Yeah, I'm actually beginning to I straight up wasn't, and now I'm starting to get nervous because I'm like, oh no, they're gonna see.
No, it's fine. You know what? People are relating to this big time.
That's also a problem.
Uh, it's also something that I think I'm used to just from growing up with my brother, who would do the same thing because he also has ADD. So, it's something that I stew in now, by proximity. So, I kind of just get excited when you get into a thing because I'm excited to see what you've done
Oh
with this
goodness.
game.
I don't want to oversell it because I also I don't want everyone to be like, I have much better Raft than Raft, and it's like, man, I don't want to play that game because I don't want to lose it. It's not because I'm mature. It's because
Well, there's two things to keep in mind here. One, Dan and I are in our 30s.
Yeah.
And we have other commitments that we need to do. Back in the day, maybe we could have spent more time on these things, but we have other commitments to do. The other thing is that it's only been a week.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I was gonna say before you go, oh, he couldn't have played that much. He's an adult with responsibilities. Wait a little bit before you see the vote, and then say that. Choose to say that or not.
the other thing,
I'm half proud, half embarrassed.
listen, I'm all about it. I wouldn't be doing I don't like to shame people. This is just a full appreciation stream. I'm not shaming you. I'm not putting you on blast. I'm genuinely very excited to see what's going on.
This stream might teach you that maybe you should start.
Yeah.
You should start shaming people.
Maybe
I deserve it.
maybe a little bit of shame here now. The other thing that we should say up top is that Dan has an Instagram. Dan showed me a piece that he's going to be posting, or you haven't.
I should post it now. I should
post it now.
Yeah. Okay.
Post it now on stream. Dan's Instagram.
Yeah, live.
Live.
Watch the sausage get made.
Dan did a super cool piece about the previous Raft stream that we did.
It features the Boar Lord.
That features the Boar Lord. So check out Dan's Instagram. Draz already linked it, so thank you, Draz. Also, thank you to everyone who is subbing and gifting subs this stream. I probably won't be reading subs because it takes me an eternity. So, but we appreciate you anyway. So thank you.
I probably shouldn't get too cute with the message because, like, I can't stop to think about it.
Yeah, just just you had mentioned that you wanted it to, it's still a work in progress.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I just need to. I'm actually dying of thirst while we're talking about this. So let me address that. Then I will post it.
You're dying of thirst in real life, or?
Yeah, probably. But I can't stop to notice that.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Yes, I'm posting it now. Hashtag Drawfee. Hashtag Secret Sleepover Society.
We don't have an Instagram, but you can say that you're on
38 post that says otherwise.
Oh, I think because people have tagged us in fan art, probably.
Cool.
People are saying that Dan's a little quiet. I just boosted Dan, so maybe Dan is a bit of a better level now. I'm trying not to boost him too much because
that'll be dangerous. For everyone involved. Okay, so I just posted it. Hopefully I didn't do anything wrong. There's a solid chance that I did. Sorry, I know this hasn't been. This is record. This is bookkeeping. But we can get into the stream now. Yeah, or no?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Host. I can't decide those things.
No, let's get into it. I just wanted to make sure that everyone knew who you were and that everyone checked out all your stuff because it's good and deserves to be seen.
Aw, thank you.
I'm just getting my own stuff together. Okay. I boosted Dan's levels. I hope that is good because I will not be touching it anymore. Okay. Going over to the gameplay cam now that we're loading Dan.
Okay, I got to make sure I do something before. Okay, we're good.
I'm very excited to see this. Okay. I did say
stuck on an island, but it should be fine.
Oh, okay. I'm very excited to be stuck on an island on your raft. Why does it look like I'm stuck in the water? How much of this is it loading right now? Because I'm currently frozen.
God.
Oh. Daniel?
Hi. So let me get you're currently on the ground floor. Hold on, go outside, and I'll show you proper.
I want it to be daylight, though.
What? Oh, I just turned night. Sorry. So I went a little overboard with the plane theme, and I decided I wanted it to look like a downed, giant triplane. And I say triplane because there are 3 tiers. So if you want to come outside and look at it.
Daniel!
Okay, well, hold on.
Daniel, buddy! Hey, bud! Hey, buddy!
So,
Daniel, it's been a week!
Look, okay? It's not done yet.
Fuck, there's trees up there!
Yeah, you can grow trees. I don't know if you know that.
I knew you could grow trees, but...
Well, there's gonna be more.
Wing!
Well, yeah, because if you look at it from this side, you can see that there's, like, a wing and,
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, so, like, I have sections of it, like, I made it look like it's torn out, like, over here. Hold on, we should go interior section. There's a Boar Lordatorium I want to show you.
A Boar auditorium. Someone just in all caps says, "What do you mean it's not done?"
It's not done! I need more decorations!
You're right, it doesn't feel homely enough. This
Well,
plain
hold on.
raft. What the?
Yeah, I was just painting. That's not all the things I've killed, but it's a lot of them.
I'm sorry, I just took a moment to take off my glasses and rub my face a little bit. Dan. Dan, this is the... You've outdanned yourself.
Yeah, that's not true.
What are even these guys?
They're puffer fish. That's how you get explosive gel.
What do you mean explosive gel?
I mean explosive gel, so you can fire net canisters and capture llamas. Duh! Shark! This is Shark!
How?
Let me shoot it with my bow and arrow and metal arrows.
Oh.
So, I haven't... I want you to take note of just how many nets there are, because the answer is a lot.
Yeah, I see I see a lot of nets. I see a lot of sails. I don't even know how you rotate them.
One at a time, and they don't stack, which I found out after making 8 of them. So of course I needed to make the other 8. It's an aesthetic thing.
Yeah, of course. God.
This is the storage room. There's gonna be a bathroom in the back. Not that you need to use it for bathrooming, but like, you know. Aesthetics.
Yeah. Yellow paint.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's paint.
Oh, right, the flowers.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Hold on, I'm texting Jacob for a second.
I'm texting the police.
911.
Yeah, we got another one, boys.
911 said help. Do you want to see this?
I think I can also wear a puffer head. I'm gonna try.
I think you should, is what I just told Jacob. Maybe he'll watch the stream, maybe he'll come over. Oh my god.
How about, am I wearing a puffer head?
You sure are, bud.
Yeah!
You sure are. What is this wallpaper?
It's paint. When you're selecting, here, you want to try the paintbrush?
No, I'm gonna ruin this.
Okay, I mean, it's something I can't undo. You can actually paint, like, things, though, which I keep doing by accident. So, like, this grill up here is painted. You can unpaint things, but it's a waste.
This is all right. I feel like I haven't gotten a full tour.
Yeah. Okay. So this is my room back here. I gotta sleep up on a hammock.
Where are you? I gotta HGTV this. Where are you?
Okay. All right.
I've gone to the front.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you gotta go to the front. I don't know. Is this like fun to listen to? I don't know.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I wouldn't be asking if it wasn't fun.
Okay. So yeah, hi, hello, welcome to HDTV. I'm the one that is on there. I don't remember. This is my houseboat. This is the SS Great Idea. And it's like a hollowed out plane. The paint job isn't quite done, but if you come in here, this is the bottom area. You need to put the paint on the floor because it mills it. And I have I've lined this whole bottom section with nets to collect things. I'm probably going to turn this area into, like, I don't want to turn it into anything other than utilitarian because the water often comes up and that's no fun. But, you know, I might have like a table or something down here. I'm planning on, I'm starving to death. Planning on, well, hold on, we can go here. This is the hold where I have a bunch of storage. I have, signs here. These are all pretty full.
Oh my god, they're all labeled.
Yeah, well, yeah, they weren't originally, and then I needed to reorganize them because I was forgetting where everything was.
My favorite Captain Planet rings. Earth, feathers, metals.
Plastic.
Plastic.
To be honest with you, plastic would be a pretty good power. So this is the Boratorium. The
Yeah,
Boar Lordatorium. This
the
is where I
Boratorium.
keep
Great.
all the kills I choose to remember.
Uh-huh.
This is the kitchen. It's an ensuite. I don't know what that means, but they say it sometimes.
Oh, all your
Um,
recipes are on the wall.
yeah, you post them on the thing. This is the
Nice.
big gumbo
Nice.
pot.
Lives a little
Uh,
looks a little lived in. I like it. That's a
yeah, that's what
compliment.
yeah, because I do live in it.
Yeah, true.
Probably more here than in real life. Uh, this is a wild thing. There's a trash can for when you get things so often that you can't have any place to store them, so you can just throw them in here instead of in the ocean. I
Oh,
use it way more than you might think, because
yeah.
you don't use plastic as much as you should. I'm gonna open up this wall and make it into like a an outdoor eating nook that like hangs out above the water so you can see.
You gotta have your eating nook. Oh,
Hold on.
there's a shark.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. Rowdy neighbors.
Proud of you
Is
for conquering your fear of sharks.
yeah, they're nothing to me now. They're nothing but code and meat. But yeah, sorry. That's like a study. That's where the research table is, and I'm gonna put, knickknacks and
Uh-huh.
like blueprints and things there. I haven't finished everything.
Uh-huh.
If we go up here, I used to have quite the zoo, but a weird glitch happened and all of my animals flew off the boat.
Oh no!
Well, except for the chickens, but
Oh, I like this guy.
yeah. Oh, you can pick them up.
Oh, egg. Egg.
I haven't named them. I haven't thought of good enough puns.
Egg.
I have like 8 advanced water purifiers everywhere because you constantly need to water a bunch of different things.
Egg.
Yeah,
Who's
we're
this?
far. What's what?
Hello. Whoa.
Oh, that's a roost. You can like lure them to
Oh.
sit there, and then you can collect their feathers, or you can shoot them for meat.
Oh, egg.
Hold on. Oh, I didn't get enough food for this tour.
I'll stay
oh,
here.
Sure.
And just look at everything.
That's the farm. It's not necessary. It's not growing anything right now, but yeah. I mean, you can see just how many plots I have. Oh no, yeah. So there's gonna be. I mean, I only have 3 medium ones, but there's I think like 19 small plots, something like that. They can grow a lot of food extremely fast, and there's a bunch of water purifiers to make them go.
I hate to sound like a child who's in the presence of their mom, who's also the world's richest CEO of the world. But can I have a plastic cup so I can drink some water?
Yeah, here, take this plastic bottle. It holds 5 charges.
Where'd it go? Oh, I found it. Thank you.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it holds 5 charges, so you don't have to worry.
How do I drink?
The same way.
Oh, I filled it. I had to fill it up.
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot to fill it up with water.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay.
So,
Excellent.
yeah, up here is
Jesus, there's an up?
Yeah, there's gonna be like a chill out lounge, and there's the tree farm.
Hold on, the real estate agent has fallen. I'll be right there.
Oh. Wait, we need you to post the sales stats, and also because I can't go back to prison.
Oh my god.
Yeah, again, this is gonna be a tree farm. You can actually chop these down for wood and stuff. It's great. And I'm gonna have like a lounge area where because it has the nicest view. We're about to crash into an island.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Rest that.
Do you need me to rotate something?
Nah, it's cool. Just which way is it? Okay.
I'll just match the sail that you have. Okay, a little
yeah,
back.
just put them all back. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, in reality, I only need one of these, and I should probably just put them all up.
But aesthetically.
Yeah. I mean, you got to see this thing coming over the horizon and shit your pants.
Yeah.
That's one of the perks.
I want a house where everyone looks at it and shits their pants.
Yeah, I mean, there should be nothing left inside of you. That's the point. That's the point of owning a house, right?
Yeah.
Is to strike fear into the hearts of your enemies.
I've always said that owning a house is an intimidation tactic.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yep.
see. Okay.
Uh,
This is okay. I'm going back. I'm going back. There's just a lit candle
there's a
up here.
lot.
Yeah.
Is it one handle?
There's a like a lit bottle over here. What is that? What is that thing? That's a big
What is?
bird.
Oh, that's the first screecher I ever killed.
The first? Is this one of those rock birds?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they're bastards to fight even now.
Oh, I like your hammock back here. How lovely.
Yeah, thank you. I watched the world float by. So yeah, this is gonna be my room. Probably gonna put a guest room in case anyone comes to my island or my boat. You actually really get a good look at the if you come on up here, you get a good look at the whole boat, the plane,
The boat plane. Plane boat.
boat plane.
Good golly.
Yeah. And yeah, in here is gonna be. I want to put like a bathroom back here because there's an outhouse and like a bathtub and they don't do anything, but you know, makes it look homier.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, a lot of the green paint on the inside here is because I didn't know that you can choose between painting on both sides of a piece of wood or painting on just one side at the beginning. So
Oh, I
it wasn't
see.
intended to all be green. That's supposed to be the outside color.
I see. Wow, what a fool. I think you should get rid of
I
the
know.
whole thing and
Yeah, scrap
start
it. Go back
again.
to. Don't tempt me.
No, I won't.
So
Um,
yeah,
yeah, this is
this is here because
amazing.
this is going to be. I was actually thinking maybe this could be like because you can set like tables and chairs and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I don't know where all that stuff's gonna go, but I'm kind of figuring it out as it goes. Uh, but yeah, I mean, this is basically. Oh, and there's I put a fishing dock down here just because
Down where? Oh.
this is like yeah, there's good like coolers for catching, putting your fish in. It's a nice spot for it.
Oh,
There's a
I
bunch of
like your
it's just
chairs. Can you fish while sitting down in this game?
I actually don't know. I just kind of figured you could.
Oh.
Maybe you can't. Oh, that's a shame.
Did you try?
I don't have a fishing rod on me. Oh, I do. Uh, Keeps on fishing, fishing,
Well, because I'm
fishing.
gonna die of starve.
No,
Oh, no,
you
I have a potato.
cannot.
Oh, that's
Okay.
sad.
I have way more food than you can
Egg.
like fathom.
I'm holding an egg.
Yeah, so the eggs, you actually can't eat them straight up, but you can put them into recipes.
What?
So if you need food, because so we don't have to, there's a bunch of raw food in here. That's all the meat, and this is all the fruit, and also goat's milk. And there's a tremendous amount of cooked food in here.
Excuse me. This says raw beet.
Sorry. Well,
How
it's
dare?
Okay. All right. All right. You want to play it like that? Fine. Fine. The next 2 hours is just watching me cook beets. How do you like that? See what that does to
Highly
your SEO.
entertaining. Oh my
Just gonna
god.
talk about beets. It's the beat hour.
Oh my,
Dropping beets with Dan and Julia.
oh my. Seriously, Dan, this is very impressive.
Thank you.
The furthest I got in this game was that I made a second story, and I was like, done and done. I got a tree. I put a tree in my. I just noticed the chandelier.
Wait. Oh, the chandelier. Hold on. I'm being told that my Instagram post is not there.
What?
My account has been temporarily locked.
Why?
It says the suspicious activity because I posted something. Oh man,
Why?
I don't know.
That's
They're just like, hey man, you haven't posted anything in a while. That's clearly not you, right?
that is bananas.
Aww.
Suspicious activities. Maybe you got too many followers at once.
Yeah, that's definitely what happened.
Yeah, chat saying that they thought you got botted because you got too many followers at the same time.
Oh,
Oh, that sucks. Dan's piece was very cool.
Hold on.
I just want to look.
That's me humming to myself is how I remember numbers. New password. Damn it.
You can make a helmet?
Yeah, you actually the hammock is better.
Oh no, I was talking about helmet.
Oh yeah. There's enough armor in there for us to both wear armor.
Lights? Nice.
Okay.
Are you back in?
I should be?
Okay. Do you want to try posting?
Well, I think it got posted and it's not. Let me check.
Well, I just checked your Instagram and I didn't see it.
Oh. Very exciting chat, I know.
I mean, that's okay. They've seen us
Okay.
do more boring things before.
Great.
We've had plenty of
Thanks for
streams where
having
we've
me.
had to troubleshoot. It's fine.
So yeah, I kind of figured, in part because you know, I thought it'd be funny if I went from fumbling around and not knowing anything I'm doing in this game one stream, and then the next I have the game-nasium built.
I mean, you're correct. You're correct. The jump here was amazing.
I also figured part of this is so that we don't have to worry about surviving. And last stream you said that you hadn't like progressed in the game with the receiver. I thought maybe it's up to you, your call. But if we do decide to do that, we don't have to worry about food. We don't have to worry about. We just go and do it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down for whatever. Sorry, I was temporarily underwater and it scared the bejesus out of me. It's because I'm on the first floor
yeah.
and there's a storm coming.
Yeah, if you fall through the floor, it's hard to find your way back up. I've drowned doing exactly that.
Well, that would be a shame.
Still Boar, though.
Oh.
I maintain.
Oh, we should tell chat. So after Dan and I stopped streaming, we played for like a couple of minutes afterwards, and Dan died, and we didn't have a bed built.
Yeah, I died because one of those rock birds snuck up on me while I was trying to log off.
Yeah, exactly. So we tried to revive Dan, but we didn't have a bed built, but I carried him back to the boat anyway, and it was like we just didn't have any materials, if you remember how that stream ended. So I tried throwing Dan off of the boat, but it wouldn't let me throw his corpse off of the boat, I guess as like a safety feature.
Sorry, I forgot about this.
Yeah. And then, so I kept just picking up and throwing Dan as quickly as possible. And then he got stuck with his like hips, like through the floorboard. Yeah, so he was half through the boat.
It was strange. It was like artistic. It was strangely.
Yeah, you were like standing there,
Mm-hmm.
and then eventually I was able to get you out of the floorboards, and then I decided to kill us both by jumping into the water, and then I thought it'd be funny if a shark came and ate Dan's corpse. So I picked up Dan, threw us both into the water, which took Dan out of my hands, and then he was standing in the water with his spear and the boar head.
Yeah, I think it was something about how, like, I just didn't stop standing because of how you were holding me, so I was just, like, gently floating to my final repose at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, exactly.
The Boar Lord unconquered.
Okay, so what do you think we should do now? Like, explore islands, or what do you think?
Well, I mean, I've explored a lot of islands by this point.
Okay.
I don't think I can progress in the game until I make the receiver and the antenna, and I should have more than enough ingredients to do that. So if we want to, like, just progress into the game, into like the first thing you're supposed to do past the intro, we can.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Cool.
People are saying that you became Jesus in the water. Yeah.
Jesus.
And then he became untouched by time, the need for oxygen, or sharks.
I think he's still
beautiful.
Down there.
Yeah, some say he's still down there.
Waiting.
I
watching.
can't.
Hunting.
This kind of looks like a face, and I'm very into it.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, when you get close to it, it smiles. But when you walk further away, it starts to frown.
It's very good.
Especially if you crouch.
Okay. So,
Okay, is the thing on Instagram? Has it been posted? It looks like it
Uh,
has.
not to
Again, it's a
me.
work in progress. Like the boat, it's like
I don't see it,
80%
man.
done. Oh man, it got locked again.
No.
How? How did this happen?
Sorry, dude.
Why can't things just be nice?
Do you have a spear so that I can feel like I'm
Yeah,
doing
there's
something?
a spear in. Oh no, I think it broke. You can make a metal spear. It's fine.
Okay, I need some metal ingots and a bolt. So I'll go
Well, I
into
mean,
your.
it's all already labeled.
That's true. No. Okay, bolt. Do you like my hat? I stole your hat.
You okay? Don't die with that because you can't get it back.
Okay.
I
I'm
lost
putting
a
your hat
pilot
back.
helmet that way.
I'm putting your hat back because I will lose it.
I mean, do what you want, but please don't.
Dan,
Please.
if you know me, it's that I will certainly find death somewhere.
Wherever it lurks, you'll find it.
Wherever it is.
Right.
Okay. Put that there. Okay, I'm ready.
You can eat the puffer heads if you put it in a stew.
Oh.
So I actually keep some of them here in the kitchen.
Beautiful. Wow. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Wow.
Did you play the new Pokemon Snap?
No.
Do you remember the old one, Professor Oak would just go, wow.
Yes.
I was so missing that the entire game. Every time anyone spoke, I went, wow. Like a cat.
Yeah, Drawfee viewers will know that I haven't played a Pokemon game since. You know what? Actually, I think the last Pokemon game I played was Pokemon Stadium, the one that was on like the N64 or whatever it was.
Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah.
Are we moored?
Are we moored? I don't. Yeah, slightly. Yeah. By slightly, I mean we've caught a wing.
Oh yeah. No, I did that, and then it hit me again. I got hit a second time. Yeah, no. Sorry, technical difficulties. Trying to figure out why Instagram hates me.
Yeah. Very bizarre. Stealing all of your. What is that? Is that just a rock formation, or is that a building? Well, are we moving? Or are we not moving? I'm gonna go explore this island a little bit.
I think we're bumping again.
Yeah, we're definitely bumping.
Yeah. The silliest.
Oh, there's the big bad birds that I don't want to deal with. Oh my god, no!
What?
Are you all ready?
You died?
No. I'm just being pursued. I'm being pursued by a boar. I'm on like a little strip of sand.
Wait, where? How? Where?
I'm on the littlest bit of sand. And then a hog attacked me.
Yeah.
Go, Boarlord.
Warlord, go.
Go, Boarlord, go.
It's amazing how much easier they are to kill with a bow and arrow, but every now and again I'll still kill them with a spear just to prove that I can. Also, now I'm being ganged up on. Great!
Okay. I'm gonna stab it in the butt.
Oh! Ow. No.
Wow, I heard that hit. Oh, he's coming after you. Oh, good dodge. Okay. Oh! Down. Oh, now I will get my own boar head. No!
Oh no, I think I got it. Sorry, here, take it. I have like 8 more.
I will get my own boar head.
Okay. Your boar head.
I am wearing boar head.
Did you drop the anchor before you left or no?
No, I didn't know you had an anchor.
No.
That would be so sad if your ship went so far that we couldn't get back to it.
Just gone. Yeah, it's just gone forever. Yeah, no, I have a
Hours
reasonable anchor.
of work. Oh, there it is. What? Oh, bird. I
Or
see.
follow us out here.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's the other nice thing about the wings, actually, is you can fight birds under them pretty easily because
Mm.
they don't do well. Um, yeah, they'll attack the top of the.
There we go. Potato. Now
No,
I
just
have
boil them, mash
things
them.
I know I have things I can cook. I am contributing. Yay.
Yeah, our great victory is because of you. Don't worry about it.
I cooked one meat.
We couldn't have done it without you.
I've done it.
Drumsticks.
Drumsticks.
Yeah, you can actually put 3. I don't know if you can put 3 or 1 large fish.
Oh, cool.
You can actually make like healing items that just
really?
straight up heal you.
The hell is this thing?
You need to use eggs and clay, which is traditionally how I make medicine.
There's a battery here? What do you use batteries for?
The only thing I've found it for so far is the sprinkler, which doesn't seem to work anymore. Which maybe I'm doing something wrong with the battery. Like maybe I got to take it out and charge it or something. But like, oh yeah, the battery seems to be dead. I don't know how to like. I guess I got to make another one. Maybe there's going to be a battery recharger that I can eventually make, but can't do it now. Yeah, I think like I'm pretty much hard stuck at this point. There's a bunch of recipes I bet I get like once I play more.
Yeah, let's progress, dude.
Again, no pressure. We don't have to. We could just spend the stream yelling at boars and getting killed by birds. It worked last time.
Yeah, and dying of starvation because I kept forgetting. No, I think we should do it.
Okay. Well, then we need to make the antenna and the receiver.
So the antenna is a circuit board and a bolt. Do you have circuit board tech? Yeah.
Yeah, we can make a circuit board pretty easily.
Okay.
Copper ingot and vine goo. Vine goo is in organics. I have plenty of copper.
So the receiver and antenna. Okay, so so in total we'll need 3 circuit boards, 1 hinge, and 1 bolt. I have the rest of that in my inventory.
Yeah, I mean, feel free to use as much of it from here as you can. I just need to fix Instagram again.
Yeah, you fix Instagram. I will, like a child, figure out what I'm doing.
Bang a couple of rocks together. Don't explode the boat. I don't know if you can, but if it's possible to blow up the boat from knocking a bunch of copper ingots together, don't.
I've done it.
I don't have it in me to make another.
I've lost the wing. I need copper. Okay. 2, 3. Uh-oh. I need to get rid of something. Robbie, you can go. Circuit board. Okay, so 3 circuit boards.
You know what? I'm actually going to go ahead and copy this entire screen so I don't have to write it again when it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. We have circuit boards, so now we need receiver. And we need the antenna. Alright, Dan, where would you like this receiver?
Oh, probably in the study.
Yeah, by like the research table?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about like this side? How do you have it over here? You have it like against
put
this
it on
one.
well, you can put it on the desk itself, or you can put it on that table next to it.
Well, the receiver is a whole table.
Oh, it's a whole table. Yeah, then put it on that right side. Yeah, that'll be fine.
Cool.
I'm probably gonna put the blueprints up on the wall too, so I can make my own like Beautiful Mind style like cork.
Okay, and then the antenna. I'm guessing you want this. Okay, I'm gonna go to the top level.
Okay. Depending on whether or not Instagram has decided that I'm a robot or a monster.
I like that it didn't even give you the like, "Are you sure you're human?" test. It was just like it just decided.
Yeah, I think I might need to like talk to. Wow, that sucks. I think I need to talk to like customer support or something because like as soon as I refreshed my account, it went no. You're still clearly a bot.
Yeah, maybe it just
Wow.
needs a moment to figure itself out.
Wow.
That's stupid. Okay. Where do you want this antenna?
Oh dang, this whole thing. Probably at the top, right? Like it's an antenna.
Yeah, I'm debating if you want it like here, like behind sort of the flag, or if you want it like
Yeah,
towards
or
the back.
you know what? Put it like here for now. It'll be a good thing to have. Like I said, I want to have like a bunch of outdoor like patio furniture up here for like
Right.
island gazing.
How about
So
like here then? So it's out of the way.
What's in the way of the thing,
The flag?
the ladder?
Oh, the ladder. Well, it's not really. It's like a little post. Well, yeah, I could see that. How about
probably gonna put a fence so I
behind
don't
this
fly.
hole?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I could always move it. It's not a huge deal.
True. It's pretty dinky.
Yeah. Oh, it runs
Oh.
a water. Oh,
I've
that runs
fallen.
through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Neat.
Seems pretty intense. Okay.
Battery required. Did you make a battery?
Did I make a battery? I did not make a battery. Let's see. Battery. I need another copper. Okay.
Did I throw a building hammer into the ocean? I think I did. I'm really glad you can make those because if I had to not get rid of it, I'd be pretty screwed.
Yeah. I mean, the very first thing that I did in the very first time that I ever played this game, I think I did just that. I think I just threw it into the ocean. Okay, let me put all these special metals back so that I'm not bringing it to my inevitable death. Okay, I have a battery.
Inevitable yet still tragic death.
Inevitable but still tragic. Let's do a preemptive RIP. Okay, battery required. Got it.
Rest in inevitability.
Place
Oh, I forgot
battery.
there's chicken on here.
Ooh, we can turn it on, Dan. We can turn on the thing.
Oh shit! Hold on, let me be there. Do it.
Are you ready? You ready? You ready?
Do it.
Whoa.
Oh wait, wrong altitude. What does that mean?
Okay, I think we need to collaborate it. Collaborate? I think we need to like calibrate it. You know, collaborate. We need to collaborate the computer, Daniel.
We also need to make 3 antenna. Okay.
That's
maybe
interesting.
They need to be at different altitudes. How did you make an antenna?
It was, I will tell you in 1 second. It's scrap, circuit board, and a bolt.
Okay, scrap, circuit board, and a bolt.
And the circuit board, as you know, plastic, copper, vine goo. Okay.
Yeah, I know how to make a circuit board. You take vine goo, which is smelted seaweed, and you just hit it.
You know, when you turn on your computer and it smells so much like the ocean, that's why.
Yeah.
This thing just like
Ocean
isn't
computing, very big.
Very. So what?
Okay, and that.
Okay, I'm gonna turn this off for now, so that we're not wasting the battery.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, I have lots and lots of copper. Lots and lots of copper. Okay, antenna, bolt. You just told me, and it already gone. Oh, I need scrap. I've actually been.
I have 5 scrap on me. I picked up
Low.
5 scrap, so I will give you.
Okay, I actually do have enough scrap to make. Okay.
Wow, came all this way for nothing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, get wrecked.
Okay, I'm gonna put the scrap back. Correct. That's maybe the funniest response you could have had. I still have vine goo on my person.
Let the fans decide.
There we go.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, chat's telling me to eat something. You are correct. I'm eating some beets.
You're looking a little thin.
I'm looking a little thin. I gotta eat. Gotta get nice and strong.
Gotta get beat power.
Gotta
Got bird
get that
power and
beet
then beat power.
Okay. I'm gonna drink.
How did I not make enough food? Like, I made so much food. It's like a party.
Upstairs.
All the drinks and everything out. I have to clean up when you leave.
It's amazing that when I go to where I think I remembered something being, and then being like, oh no, I'm on the wrong floor.
It should make a map. You're right. You are here, like a mall map.
To put Dan on blast in a different way, Dan before the stream said that he made a calendar and had to immediately discard it because it tells you how many in-world days you've spent.
I made her promise that she wouldn't make one.
And I will not shame you. I will not shame you. I will not call you out like this.
Thank you. Okay, what if we put different antenna on different parts of the wing? That should be a thing, right?
We can certainly try, yeah.
Oop.
We're about to crash into this island.
Well, that's the island's problem.
The island was in the way.
Look at us. We're larger than the... Oh my god, we're larger than the island.
We literally are larger than the island, and I love that our shadow is slowly looming taller and taller over this island. Like we're bullying him in a cartoon.
Okay. Too far from receiver, wrong altitude, wrong altitude. Oh man, is my boat too big?
It can't be.
Oh no, but it is though. Oh.
Okay.
No, Dan, not like this.
Oh god, these cables. Okay, no, we'll figure it out. All right, hold on. Your boat's not that. Your boat, that's impossible. They must have thought that someone would have made a plane in this game. No, okay.
Obviously, plane boat. It's obvious.
This thing.
No, I can't be the only person that made a big boat though. Come on, that's the game.
Too far from receiver.
Which one?
1 and 2.
Still?
Yeah.
But
try bringing. Okay, 2 is not connected. I'm assuming you're holding it.
I am no, I'm actually pointing with it, commanding it forward.
Okay, it's too far from receiver.
Ah!
Let's try putting it like right next to this guy.
That's no fun.
I know, you can move it later.
It's you know what? It's in cahoots with Instagram, isn't it?
It is. It's all a conspiracy.
Damn cluckers. Sorry, that's what the game calls the birds. They call them cluckers.
Sorry, I was just checking on the status of your Instagram.
It's like currently down, right?
I mean, I can see it. Like, I can still access it and I can look at your stuff. I just can't.
What is wrong out? Is that too high or too low? They're not too far away, thankfully.
Yeah, not too far away. I'm looking at it. It all says wrong altitude.
Maybe it needs to be higher, but not further. Makes sense?
What just happened? I just heard something break.
No, it was just me ripping it off the...
Oh, okay.
Right. I'm going to take one, and I'm going to plonk it right next to the bastard.
Yeah, let's see what that does.
Bonk.
Too close to receiver.
Well, I mean, I expected that.
Okay.
Man, how? I was so prepared. How is this still in...
Well, I wonder if...
still struggling?
Can you see, like, the light on the antenna at the top? Like, maybe it turns green. Okay, antenna 1, too close to receiver, and wrong altitude. So it has to be on level with this guy. Not connected.
It needs to be at the same level?
I'm
sure?
I think so. Because didn't we only just get that it was too close to receiver?
Yeah, but you know what's weird? Yeah.
Yeah, people are saying same floor as receiver.
Same floor, not too far. That should be like, I don't have anything else on the same floor.
Try putting
We
it.
should move the whole desk.
That's a good point. I mean, try putting it. Oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right.
That one. Is that too far? Too close? You took the battery out.
I took the whole thing out.
That's all happening.
Yes. I think that was a good idea. Yeah.
All on the top. They're all right next to each other. What are we doing? Struggling.
Yeah. I'm gonna set it up here. Because I think that's very funny.
Wait, where? In the bird enclosure?
You can't put it at that wing of the museum.
That's the wing. That's where
Okay.
all the birds are.
How about this place, the little sit-in place?
Up here. That way we can. Whatever.
I was putting it there, and you said not in the bird enclosure.
Well, I thought you were literally putting it down here with the birds.
No, I was picturing like right behind the hole where the ladder is.
Yeah, I could see that. Also, like, I'm not using this area for anything. It's just mainly a hallway. So yeah, I mean, why not?
Like right here? How's that?
Okay. Do you want it? Okay. Do you want it on the spine of the plane or on the wing?
I mean, it's your boat plane.
No. You tell me, because I think both of those are good ideas.
You know what? I say we put it here.
All right. Yeah.
So that we have options.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right. Antenna.
Okay. I'm gonna put this here.
I'll put it here.
Yeah. No, you're right. Okay.
Perfect.
How about in the sitting area?
That'll be like a little radio room.
A little radio room.
Love it.
Okay.
Now I have a reason for that. I just made it because I went, I don't know, maybe room?
Okay.
Feels like there should be a
Antenna
room
1 is good.
Boom.
Okay.
We're best.
I'm turning it on. I'm turning it off to save battery because the battery's half dead.
Oh no, God, no. Okay. All right. There is a surprising lack of... Okay, I'm going to need to... Where's my building hammer?
I really want to know how we recharge.
One back here. You tell me, is that... Why can't... Whoa.
What happened?
Why won't that... Okay, now it goes. Oh, because it's a bird thing. Antenna 2, are we good?
Antenna 2,
yeah,
perfect.
It's green. Oh.
This is very exciting. Oh. I played Control on a stream because I love the design of Control, and every time I got to a good room with a good composition, I would just go, "Ooh."
All right, is this close enough?
Too far.
Too far. Okay. Man, it's a big boat. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, you made a big one.
Made a big one. How about here?
Perfect.
Hey!
Oh my God, amazing.
4, 3, 4, 8.
So we okay. I don't know what. This is green. 4, 3, 4, 8. What does that mean?
Okay, I think we need to go. Are we increasing or decreasing numbers? Okay. So the correct number is 4, 3, 4, 8 because it's green.
Yeah.
That means we need to go to map position 4, 3, 4, 8.
Right, but I'm seeing on like the little radar too.
That's the distance.
Well, there's 4 of them
because it's changing.
Right. Oh, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the coordinates.
Okay. Yes.
Do we need to make a globe to see how, like, where that is?
Do we need a map?
Is there a map?
I don't know.
Okay, receiver. So globe is in decorations. I kind of doubt you need that. I think it's just for fun.
The blue dot on the radar is story stuff. Head for the blue, is what chat says.
Okay, so that the number, we don't need that. That's just for flavor. We just need to basically head towards that.
So we need to, we need to.
Right. Tell me when it's at the top. Tell me when it's due north. It looked like we needed to kind of turn
left
to the left.
Yeah. Left 45 degrees.
A little, like 35-ish, maybe. A little less than.
But the number's going down.
Yeah, because we're getting closer to it.
What?
Wait, which number is going down?
The number under the blue dot.
Yeah, that's the distance.
I can go the distance. Don't we want it? Well, it's going up, is what I meant. Like it's 16, 71, 72, 73, 74. Does that mean we're going away from it?
I mean, theoretically, yes. But I'm just changing the direction now.
Yeah, we're still going up. The number on the bottom right. Oh. Okay.
It's just taking me a while to move
Yeah,
all the sails.
it sure is.
Look, hey, this is the price you pay for style.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, number's going
We're
down
going
a
up or
little
down?
bit.
Oh,
I'm drinking some water. Oh, it went down a little bit. Okay, 81.
king of the ocean, on his way
80.
to land.
Okay. Thank you, chat, for your help, by the way.
Yes, I mean, I think we were basically there.
Yeah.
Well, that's at least what I want to tell myself. So, I'm gonna eat this steak with my bare hands.
Please do. Okay. How do we just have to keep making batteries? Do we not have a way to recharge batteries?
Probably not yet. Like, probably eventually. But like, you know, we don't. We need to develop the technology.
Right.
So yeah, let's just like turn it on and off as we need.
Yeah. I turned it off for now. Feel free to turn it back on to make sure we're going in the right direction.
It's going down rather slowly.
Okay, so maybe we could.
So we're probably not heading in quite the right direction.
Right. Okay, I'm going to.
Either that or it's really far away, but
yeah. I'm gonna check your nets for scrap while I'm.
I mean, there should be. Yeah, just like check barrels and things.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Feel free to throw out wood, plastic, and palm leaves because I genuinely just don't need them anymore.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I eventually will, but like the pace at which I get them is absurd.
Right.
Because of all my mighty, the
shark.
wings on my mighty, the nets on my mighty wings. Okay, I actually really need to repair everything because while we were talking, I just the protective layer of.
Okay. Yeah, I'm actually gonna make a build hammer because I haven't done that yet. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna help you repair.
No, you don't need to do that.
I mean...
Oh, did I remember to turn the thing off? Please tell me I did.
What are all these? What is this? What are you?
In case I didn't say it out loud yet. Sorry, chat. I actually, like, give up right now on Instagram. I clearly need to do something to it to fix it. There's some kind of problem, and, like, I can't stop. I can't spend more time right now.
Well, you know what that means, is that people just have to follow your Instagram to see that post.
Yes, that's true.
And to see when it's done.
If you want to watch the space, as they say, as I know all the professionals say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should be posting it later tonight after I figure out what the hell's wrong. Or never. And then...
or... Dan's Instagram has been taken away from him.
Yeah. Because I've been deemed an enemy of the state.
Okay, how much scrap? I only have 2 scrap. Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm gonna go up. Okay. Where is your I fell. Okay. What am I throwing out? I'm throwing out this and that's it. I wanted everything else. A fun thing that I did yesterday, Dan, was that I taught a draw class, which is like a Patreon thing. We like basically once a month, one of us will teach a class to like a tier of our Patreon, and I taught one about world building, like how to world build. And chat shamed me before I even got into it, but a movie that I like to talk the movie that I like to talk about a lot is The Fall.
Yes.
Dan knows well that I love that movie, but I didn't even put it in my presentation about good world building.
I could tell.
But they knew I wanted to.
I think the number's gone up. How did we mess up so bad?
I do not know.
Is there a compass?
Yes, I think. Isn't there?
I don't see one.
No, I thought there was one. Oh, there's no. Never mind. Ignore me.
And the number's been going up.
Interesting.
Damn. Are we just going like in wildly the wrong direction? It. Let's try. Maybe it's. I mean, no, it would be to the left, right? Because it's.
Oh, chat saying make the desk face the front of the raft.
Oh my god, really? No way! That's the silliest thing!
Are you doing it? Okay, I'll take the battery.
I can. Sure.
Yeah.
But why would it?
The disappointment. Put the battery back. Okay, place. Turn on.
Yeah, that'll do it!
That'll do it!
Son of a!
Thank you, chat.
It's just.
Amazing. Okay. I'm gonna hunt for more scrap.
For more Red October.
Yeah, precisely. I don't know if I've ever... No, I've seen Hunt for Red October, because didn't we watch it in school once?
Wait, at the school we went to?
Yeah.
I think so.
Really? I thought like Mrs. Cody played it once.
No relation.
No relation to Dan.
I even asked her and she laughed at me. She's like, no. God.
Well, doesn't she spell it with like an A or something too?
She does. Oh, maybe we shouldn't be doxing her right now.
Oh, it's fine. No, like...
You're right. I don't think she knows what a computer... Oh, man, do you remember this? Well, we went to a school that had, like, legit nuns teaching us.
Yes. Dan and I went to a Catholic school together. Do you have... Oh, wait. No, I have potato. Never mind. Sorry. Continue.
No, we had a computer lab that... Again, look, this was in the Jurassic era. You know, we're 30-something now. But,
yeah. We're in our early 30s, let's say.
But, like, the computer lab was a joke even then. It was, like, the oldest IBMs you could get your hands on.
Yeah.
And we had a straight-up dot matrix printer. Like, it had the print, the punch holes and everything. And it was the loudest thing you could imagine.
Yeah.
And anytime you needed to print something, it filled the entire room with the shrieks of the damned.
Then you got the fun of pulling off the sides.
So I had a problem with my computer once. I was like 9, maybe.
Yeah.
And I said to the teacher, I said, hey, I'm having a problem with my computer. She said, you know, what's wrong with it? I said, oh, well, it's like frozen. It's stuck. I tried pressing Control-Alt-Delete. And she freaks out. She goes, don't delete anything. I'm like, no. I mean, Control-Delete. It's like a command prompt to get you to like the task manager. And she's like, what? Don't delete anything. And she like stormed off. Okay, you're the computer lab teacher.
Yeah.
You should know this.
Yeah. Well, I have various in a similar vein. Do you remember sister our
I'm trying to use names, but whatever.
yeah, I don't want to dox her. We had a nun who taught choir, let's say. She taught the music class.
I remember her well.
Oh, yeah, Dan and I remember her well.
She
it's good because I just filled up all these things to filter more water because I went to fill up my bottle and right-clicked instead of left. Very smartly. So anyway, so this nun who taught us in music class, she had us singing one day, and I think we were in like 2nd grade. So you know, a young Julie Lepetite has only had her hearing for about a year. She was shorter than Dan and I. Please remember this is 2nd grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
by like a fair amount.
A good, like a noticeable amount. But she, you know, she would have us sing, and then she would just walk around and just go, "You're all flat."
You're all flat. No, I mean I could go on for hours and hours about her, which is fine because there's no way she's still alive.
No, she was ancient.
Sorry.
She was ancient when we were there.
I legit, genuinely, when I was a kid and well into middle school, because we went to the same elementary school and middle school because it was a joke, and well into middle school, I genuinely believed that she was some kind of vampire or ghost that was haunting the auditorium because I literally never saw her outside of it. Ever.
Yeah.
Under any circumstances. I think she was like a wight or like a spirit. And
yeah.
She would creep up on you in an empty auditorium. I have no idea how she did it. And like she had hair that was so like it was clearly like dyed. It was so brittle. And it was just a wire nest of it looked like a wire sponge. And in the light, when she would walk into the light, it would turn purple because there was so many like flyaways.
Oh, that's right.
Illuminated, and like the only light that would there was no like they wouldn't turn the electric lights on in the auditorium. So the only light you'd get would be streaming in through these giant Castlevania stained glass windows.
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
They'd be like they'd cast a light beam across the floor, and she'd walk into one, and her hair would burst into this Technicolor nightmare. And it's like she was a vampire walking into the sun. We were seeing her true form when exposed to the light filtered through holy glass.
Yeah, she was interesting.
Used to spit on the keys to clean it.
Dan, I have an important update for you.
Oh, sorry. What?
Your Instagram post went up.
Hey, that's great.
Chat keep saying that your art is amazing. So there you go.
Guys. Yeah, I mean it's mostly done, but not quite. You can tell the background isn't quite as like it's gonna be lower detail because it's it's actually I was calling it a stained glass look because that's what I was kind of going for.
We have to turn the boat, by the way, a little bit.
Oh, are we okay?
It's to the thing is basically almost like 90 degrees to the right. Hi, Olive. My cat has arrived.
Right. Okay. Well, the wind was blowing. Like we can't go. I'm pretty much going as far to the right as I can. If you notice, maybe if we go to sleep, the wind will change because I don't think the wind changes like otherwise. I've gone days and days and days without.
My cat's here, so I'm just celebrating my cat.
That's fair. A worthy celebration.
Me. Thank you, Olive.
I think there's a spare bed, but if you want to make a hammock, you can.
Okay. I can do that. Let's see. I'll sleep next to the radar. I live at work. Where is the... I just saw it, and then I clicked away from it, because of course I did. Oh, I need a feather, and I need nails. Or I can just make a regular bed.
No, I have a bunch of those, like, literally. Here, come here. I'll just throw it at you. Pluck it on the ground. Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
Okay. Hammock. Craft. Dunzo.
Yeah. So, you know how when you wake up, you're hungrier and thirstier than you were? You
in real life or the game?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. No, actually, yes. I wake up, it doesn't happen as much anymore, but I used to wake up nauseous every morning.
Oh, I used to do the same thing. I couldn't eat breakfast in the morning because it would just be, like, I would just be nauseous. So I would have to skip and then eat lunch.
Okay, the wind is blowing the exact same direction. I have failed us.
Okay.
How's the thing look?
It's still to the right.
Yeah, but how far are we?
9 hundo.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to go grab some food downstairs.
But if you want to, okay, I don't know if this is, if you want to talk art, I would actually be interested in doing so.
Okay, let's talk art.
Well, I was just, I mean, so the thing I just posted, the
Uh huh.
reason I think I want to do more things in that style,
Uh huh.
and the reason I kind of did it that way is because been thinking about cubism a lot lately,
Okay.
and I think it's something that I've always tried to integrate into my work,
Uh huh.
um, but the thing about cubism is it's about the representation of the abstraction of vision of how you see rather than what you see. And what I really like about lines is that they don't exist in nature, and so you can't really lie with them. They're meant to be abstractions. And so like I was trying to find a coloring style that matched what I like to do with line art and how I like to find geometric planes. And it kind of like hit me that I should go with flat geometric shapes to represent the planes of that and go with like a broad Fauvist kind of coloration style to like accentuate the non-reality of it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think the thing that I'm really happy with is part of being an artist is knowing what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are, and working on your weaknesses but improving your strengths. And I think what I like most about my own work, I like my ability to find lines, and so I really tried to do that as much as possible while mixing them together. And I don't know, I don't want to just bang on and on and on about this thing that it's not part of the stream, this
No,
visual
do
thing,
it.
but I'm really excited because I was just noodling with this idea, and I really feel like I struck on something that might be a big part of uh, my visual language going forward. Um,
That's great.
and it was, it's just like apropos of nothing. It had nothing to do with the Boar Lord material. It was just, yeah, that's just kind of how the creative process goes sometimes. Is you just chance on it because your mind is in a different state than it. You just get to a place where you're not just going with the same comfort, and you're just in a different place. And all of a sudden, if you just let it come to you, you go, I want to have this eureka moment.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
yeah, I'm real. I'm just like I always love when that happens, and it it doesn't happen. I'm surprised at how often it happens sometimes, but I also wish it would happen more. Um,
Yeah,
but
that's true. Well, something that we talk about, or something that I try to be very honest about, at least. Wow, we just got a bunch of gift sub. Thank you. By Lesby Friends. Thank you, Lesby Friends. Um, Something that I try to be very honest about is that I have a lot of days where art just doesn't feel great. Um,
mm,
Especially recently. I think it's just like I have a lot. Oh, sorry, we're 600 away now.
no, sweet.
It's clicking down pretty fast, so we're getting there.
That's that's great.
But anyway, something that I like to be very honest about, or that I try to be very honest about, is when art doesn't feel great, because I think a lot of people, interact with art in a social media way where people will post. And Dan isn't like as online as like I
That should
am,
be.
or yeah, or like other people, but like I am mostly on Instagram and Twitter so that I can see other people's art. And some artists will post
Mhm.
like, here's my sketchbook, and every piece is a masterpiece. Every page is a masterpiece, and it just makes me feel like garbage. And it just makes it feel like every day is effortless. I did a perfect piece today. So I try
Well,
to be very honest about it being hard, but I
I
think
mean,
maybe I
oh,
don't
sorry.
celebrate the times where it does feel good. I think it's
It's a
it's also,
process.
yeah, it's a process. And also I feel like there's also the thing where it's kind of discouraged to feel proud about something you've worked on, because that's
That's getting in the way.
boasting,
Yeah.
you
No, I
know?
mean, no, and I know I surprise I surprise my friends and my family when I talk about it, but I really I'm pretty uh, I'm pretty confident and openly boastful in real life, but uh, it's just it's something so intensely personal and something that's so linked to your sense of your sense of like the larger sense of yourself, the core of yourself. That whenever I'm dealing with my own work, I get really like, I don't want to say insecure, but really like anxious about it.
Yeah.
And you kind of can't help it. And that's part of the process too. But I don't know. It's something that I know I really struggle with. I know a lot of artists really struggle with, and I think it's probably one of those deals, like in real life, where you're your biggest critic and you're overemphasizing your own struggles in a way that because you're seeing the whole process. I guarantee you, as someone, I started my Instagram not intending it to be something that I put a lot of finished art on, but mainly something where I just put sketch work because I didn't want it to go to waste. And I'll often look at my sketchbook and go, man, I really like this, but I have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
It's not all stuff I just banged out and like, here you go. I sketch a lot, and the stuff I like, I put it on there. And
Yeah.
of course, you say that to yourself intellectually, where you go, yeah, I mean, sure, everyone's putting their best stuff, but like, it's really hard when you're looking at it to internalize that. You just assume, oh God, this is everything, because all you're seeing is their heavily curated version.
Yeah.
The thing
Absolutely.
and one of the things that I'm a big fan of. I'm not the most educated art historian in the world, but I try. I try to find classical artists that appeal to me, and I try to be very honest with myself about who my influences are. One of my big influences is Michelangelo. I really like the way that he represents.
I can see that. Yeah.
I really like the way he represents the human body and the geometry of form, and just like his eye for the time felt very correct to me. It's very like, if you look at Michelangelo's stuff, it's really surprisingly comic booky for the time.
Yeah.
But I went to a Michelangelo exhibit where I was looking at all his sketch work instead of his sculpture, and he hated painting, despite being probably more famous for the Sistine Chapel than for any of his sculpture.
Yeah, and he probably hates that.
David.
But
But like
damn it.
he hated painting. He hated
Yeah.
it a lot. And he said that his soul resides in sculpture and all that. But he actually there's a journal that they found, and in the journal he says that he took all of his sketches and he burned them.
Oh.
And he made a practice of doing that, specifically because he did not want the future to see him struggle. He wanted artists in the future to only ever see the perfect version of Michelangelo that we think of. So he was very conscious of this struggle. 500 years ago, had the forward thinking to go, people in the future will look at me. And he was such a prima donna about it, which I love. But he was so like dramatic about it that he's like, no, they must think it came out perfect every time. I never faltered. I never had a problem.
Well,
And,
that's
I mean,
he
succeeded. That's how we think of him.
Yeah, and I think it was Leyendecker, because Leyendecker is like my biggest influence with art, as you can probably tell. But Leyendecker, I think it was him. Someone found like his sketchbook, and he had a page where he like drew a face, and then he drew like a head, and he drew the face, but he scribbled out the face, and on the next page he wrote like, "Art sucks, and I'm never doing this again." It's so good. It's like art. I always say this, art is not, it's not like math or science where there's an equation and you get an answer. It's not like a test in high school or college or whatever, where you get a grade and you're like, you did it correctly. And you did it correctly because the equation worked and you got the correct number. Art is like, how does it feel to you? Is this how you wanted to represent this?
Whoa! I think
What
we're
happened?
here.
Are we? Oh my
I've
god!
never seen anything like that. It's like an oil derrick.
Yeah, you are correct. We land ho.
Very cool. Be nice to the land. Don't call it that.
But yes, it's
No, but
it's like because it's a thing where you are always going to be pushing yourself because you as a person are always going to be growing and changing, and your likes are going to be growing and changing, and you know, other things are going to appeal to you, and like styles are going to appeal to you, and you're just going to change as a person. Art and what interests you and what you think is the goal is always going to be changing. So it's like your feeling of what is successful or what is not successful is changing. So you know, there's always going to be a little bit of hate in your art because you are not where you want to be, and you never will be exactly where you want to be. You'll have moments where you're like, oh hell yeah, I see improvement, and that's awesome, and you should celebrate those and remember those when you go like, I'm not where I want to be and this sucks.
Yeah.
You know.
And see,
Did you drop anchor, by the way?
I did.
Okay, cool. Let's go.
Are we not close enough?
Oh no,
I just didn't want to.
we're on it.
I didn't want to unhook ourselves from it.
Yes. No, you are correct.
No, and that's kind of the constant struggle because you know, I'm kind of a structuralist. I do look at it with a certain a formulaic approach, which might surprise people if they look at my work, but it really, I am intentionally. My foundational understanding of art comes from the idea of correctitude, but not. I think it's a layer of abstraction away from correctness. That it's not about following a specific formula to achieve a certain goal. It's about following a formula to create formulas.
Right.
What I often say about art when I give myself the opportunity to talk about it, like now, is that first of all, I don't think a thing is art. I think it's a quality. It's something contains art, and it's something can be more or less artistic, but it's not that this is art or this is not. It's not so binary and exclusionary.
Right.
But I really think that art needs to be a number of things to be art. And I think it comes down to it needs to be multiplicative, it needs to be communicative, and it needs to be novel. What I mean by multiplicative is the parts need to be greater than the sum of their whole. You need to gain something from deciding to put these elements together, that just those elements by themselves doesn't communicate, that you create meaning through the combination of things. You create experience through the combination of things. And it needs to be communicative because it needs to mean something, even if that meaning is just, this is a way I wanted to express vision. This is a way I wanted to... Ooh, I got some kind of new note.
I also got a note. It's very exciting. I'm on the opposite platform from you, but I think you are on the correct platform because I can't go anywhere from here.
I don't know what's happening. I keep expecting zombies.
I know. I keep expecting to be under attack. Anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it needs to be communicative of something, of experience, or of idea. And I think the best things are often communicative of a lot of things on a lot of different levels. But I really think that final thing is what's important. If you find something to communicate, if you have something to communicate and you have a way to communicate it, but someone has done that thing before, that's not artistic anymore. It's craft, and there's nothing wrong with craft. Craft is not necessarily better or worse than art, but it is different. You know, an example I like to think for myself when I'm going through this exercise is, like, there's a moment in a movie in a car where someone gets hit, and it's like a car crash, and the camera moves in an erratic way to emulate the confusion that the character is feeling in that moment. That would be, according to the rules of filmmaking, bad. Ooh, might want to come up to the top floor. There's a bunch of cool stuff.
Yeah, I'm adjacent to you. Oh, here it is. Okay. Do I climb these vines? Is that what's happening? Nope. Okay.
No. You got to climb up stuff. But so that idea might sound like bad filmmaking. Why would you want to make someone feel confused? Confusion's a bad feeling.
Right.
But in a short moment, it's necessary to express how dire it is. And the camera jitters around in such a way that the car shoves over to the side, and it's very confusing to. No. Oh, we got to go up more.
I just wanted to see if there was anything in here.
Oh, sorry, I looted everything already.
Oh my god.
But like, and that communicates a concept. The camera moving by itself like that isn't something. It's only with the context that the camera is moving like that because of the car crash that's eliciting that sense of confusion.
Ooh.
But once someone does that, that's no longer art to do it again, because it happens in movies all the time, because someone found out that's a good idea to make something feel that way. And now that's just something you do in every car crash. Or in every, like, you know, if you're doing, like, the movie Whiplash, if the point is, oh my god, life is so random, anything can happen.
Right.
You know, you're just driving and then they get hit by a crash all of a sudden. How confusing. That happens in, like, there's like 10 movies I can think of that do that exact move. That's no longer novel. That's no longer art. You can use that now as another piece that then becomes a part of a language that, when combined with something else, is multiplicative and communicative and novel and exploratory, that begins to generate art. And by that method, we create a language by which we can expand what art is and what the tools we have available to us. But simply copying something that already existed does not generate more art. It just makes you happy, makes you a better artist to practice it, expands your concept of language, and that's not a problem. But you have to understand what it is, and that's the nature of getting better, is remembering what you need to be doing, what the end goal is towards being an artist, is creating more art. And
right.
And that's the struggle, because, you know, finding the formula to find formulalessness is a paradox, but it's what we have to do. We have to find our method towards being novel. And, you know, if you go at it too wildly, you're probably not going to progress, because whether or not you realize it, you're creating a rut for yourself, an intuitive language that you are not changing, because you're not forcing yourself to change. So you just get into this comfortable place.
Right. So I think it's like, so basically what you're saying. Right.
Sorry.
Yeah. So it's like, by the way, I got a schematic for a headlight. I don't know what to do with this.
I would put it on your head, clearly. The schematic, I mean.
I got a blueprint. What do I do with this? I'm holding it.
I have a blueprint drawer, if you want to put it in here.
Of course you have a blueprint drawer. I should have known. So I think basically what you're saying.
No, actually, I'm gonna take the blueprints out of the drawer and put it here. Let's put it in put it on the wall over here.
I tried to put it on the wall, and all I did was hold it.
Oh, you can't just like paste it on the wall?
No.
Oh, okay. So yeah, just put it right here in the cupboard.
Of course, in the cupboard on this raft. That's a plane.
On the raft plane.
I also got recipes, by the way.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, we have new recipes. Okay, well, I haven't looked at that at all. Nothing in food, nothing in.
Well, I got food recipes. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh, I probably have. I mean, you could check it against my cork board, but.
Do you have? You don't. I have a new
Catfish Deluxe.
Catfish Deluxe.
No, I have normal catfish.
Okay, then what's this one? I got. You probably. Oh, you have coconut chicken. Okay, this belongs in the ocean.
Have you played the new one?
Which?
Have we talked about this?
Which new what?
You remember Kai Kisuke would constantly scream, "Coconut"?
Dan, I say coconut constantly in that way because, and I've talked about this on streams, because we've played games that have had coconuts, and I go, "Coconut?" And then I have to explain every single time that I say coconut that way because of you and I playing Guilty Gear together, and Kai Kisuke saying "coconut" whenever he does the quarter circle forward move.
I think he says that anytime he lands a counter, but I'm not 100% certain.
I don't remember. By the way,
yeah, I'm not gonna hang my hat on that. So
no, he was my second, and I still don't remember.
Hey, did you? I don't know if you've been paying attention. They just announced Testament was always my third, and they put them back in. They also Testament's now trans, which is great for Testament, I guess.
Hell yeah! Oh, I was gonna say my friend is the voice actress of Testament.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Who?
Kaylee.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Also,
That's
the
wild.
the voice actress who did the main character of the Jujutsu Kaisen movie.
Wait, the main character or like the female protagonist?
The main character.
Oh, okay.
I think that's correct. Am I right on that? Hold on. I gotta Google Kaylee. Kaylee, what's going on with you? Yeah, Draz says yeah.
That was my Kaylee.
Kaylee, we is a friend of ours that we had on the show. Very cool that Kaylee gets to play a trans character because Kaylee is trans. So that's
Good
great.
for Kaylee.
Good for Kaylee. That's great.
No, I mean, again, like, it's weird because, yeah, I don't want to. I just think the representation of that kind of thing in Japanese media is, I think, sometimes a little bit less intentional than the way we make it, and I think that celebration is great, but I'm always leery of it because I'm always worried that they're doing something for fun instead of something that helps people.
Yeah, I mean that's always the hesitation when you have representation at all in anything where you worry that it's being done for the wrong reasons or that it'll be for a joke, but no, but I think with them getting Kaylee in kind of shows their seriousness. I mean, you and I are also coming from a place of hesitation because we have played Guilty Gear for the longest time, and they have Bridget, which
well, that's a whole other kettle of fish.
Yeah,
I mean, like, it's not like Potemkin was trans. That's a statement.
Right.
Testament was in a game filled with, because I don't know how much you've engaged with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but Daisuke Iwashitari has hung his hat on the fact that he's hugely influenced by JoJo, and a lot of his character designs are very JoJo inspired. And JoJo has a funny way of dealing with masculinity in a way that I don't always feel is intentional. It's just Araki vibing and having fun, which, again, no problem with that, but in a series that's known, and a Guilty Gear in a series that's known for having, very masculine men, very not traditionally masculine men, and then characters that are some level of both, taking the male character that is perhaps the least traditionally masculine and making them trans, it seems kind of weirdly safe in a way that, like, I don't know. You know what? I shouldn't speak on this because it's not my experience, and I don't want to tell anyone. Right. I don't want to make that kind of decision for anybody. But yeah, I just
that's up to yeah. I mean, it's like, I guess because we've had so many bad examples, we just get worried. Yeah. And then, but I guess I always say it's not my place to feel strongly one way or the other. Like, if people are find themselves in a character that is represented in a way that maybe others find problematic, but helps them personally through some chapter of their life, then that's awesome.
Sorry, I don't mean to punctuate it, but I saw how you graffitied my Boratorium.
Well, the full board said the state of Julia's face. The state of Julia's mind. Yeah. Okay, good. But anyway, but yes, it's like, I don't know. It's the same kind of hesitation on a different level of me being nervous about seeing, growing up when we were kids. It's kind of a different world now, but like when they had women in shonen anime, I always was like, I always like kind of like cringed into myself, like, please don't. No, you did it. You did the thing where they're just here to be boobs and butt. No,
Do you remember that show? I think we stayed up one because when you're like a teenager and you're like engaging with gobbling up all the anime you can.
Yes.
It's just like you just watch whatever. Do you remember when we watched all of that show Jubei-chan? Like a single night?
Oh my god, I don't remember. Did I block this out of my memory?
Probably. It was I mean, I don't want to yuck anyone's yum if that's their favorite anime, but I would I would put money on the idea that no one listening under the thrall of my voice has any concept of what this show is. I mean, I
Yeah.
barely remember it. I watched all of it, and all I can remember is that the protagonist is a samurai lady, because in the 90s, all anime was either samurai or robot maids. And she
You're
was like a
not wrong.
samurai lady who had like a heart eye patch, and
Oh
she
my
killed
god.
people.
I just googled it. Yes, I do remember. Oh my god.
Yeah, I have nowhere in the deepest reaches of my mind do I have any memory of literally a single plot point. I remember
No.
nothing about it other than I was like, oh, that was kind of dumb.
Yeah, I mean, it's like kind of why I stopped watching anime for a little while, and it's
Yeah.
because it was kind of a twofold problem. It's not that there wasn't anime that was being made that had good female characters. It was just the anime that was available to me on Toonami or
Yeah.
from your brother's collection was all just had female characters that were like, I'm the cool strong one and no one can defeat, I'm in the vicinity of boy, I've been defeated, and I'm just like, okay, well, can I just like have a woman that's a good character and not just like a wife or mom,
uh,
the two categories that, the women characters fell
yeah.
into at that time.
Wife or mom.
Wife, mom, or little sister,
Mm-hmm.
who then, there were blurred lines there that made me very uncomfortable sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Are you
That was a
cooking
lot
all
of
my shark?
what?
I'm noticing a lot of my shark is being cooked.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah. I kept putting shark on there. But well, yes. So I stopped watching anime for a little while, and then we got back into it, and Jacob and I watch a lot of anime together, as you know, from when we hang out, and then we catch up on what we've been watching.
Yeah.
But I realized in watching, like, basically, I was having a thing where I was like, my cat's going bananas behind me now. I was having a thing where I was like, do like does every show need female characters, and like if so, then do they have to like hit this criteria that I have? And the answer is like kind of. My real answer is that Jacob and I got really into Haikyuu, and it's still Jacob's favorite anime, I think. And I really like Haikyuu as an example because it's an anime about boys. It's all about the boys.
Oh, I'm misremembering. I thought Haikyuu was the one. It's like the comedy one. Which one's Haikyuu?
Haikyuu is the volleyball one.
Oh yes. Okay. Yeah.
The
Sorry.
short kid with the orange hair. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
So it's all about the boys. It's all about the team, and I loved that. And then they brought in a female character, and the female character is great because she has agency. She gets her own thing. She's not in every episode. Certainly not. She doesn't talk a lot, but she's like a good character that is respected. And then they throw you like a few others, and they're all well respected, well designed characters. And I was like, oh, I don't like need to watch anime where the main character is a girl. I just like need a little bit of respect.
It's always, not to get too deep into it again, but that's always the weird struggle is where do you reconcile representation versus a poor representation? Like, if you're a male creator, and that's this is the thing I keep coming up against because I'm a male creator, I'm cis, I'm white, I'm American, do I put those characters into my world and worry about whether or not they're being represented incorrectly, or do I make sure not to write them and then fear excluding that character, that experience, that representation from my work?
Right.
And I try to write my own comics. I don't just draw, and so it's not just as simple as whatever the writer says. I don't have to.
All right, you can't just like wave your hand.
But I don't know, and luckily I don't really write a lot of things that are too moored in reality, so I don't have to necessarily worry about the political ramifications in context of the world of how a character would be represented and what that means about
Right.
their representation.
But you
Um,
did an interesting thing because you had messaged me about because you were coming up with so Dan we talked about this a little last time, but Dan does a lot of homebrew like D&D games that he writes and creates and does with his brothers and friends and stuff. But
I'm excited
Dan
because I'm trying to figure out where you're going with this. I
well,
have no idea.
you had messaged me because like you are trying to get away from traditional D&D classes
Oh, very much so,
for
yeah.
the express purpose of traditional D&D classes have a lot of implications politically and socially that
Yeah,
Dan was a little uncomfortable including in the story. I think, a lot of people are trying to rewrite the characters and their implications,
sure.
because there's always like the line that, like, as someone who's on my cat is screaming. There's always like the thing that, like, I as like a character as like a writer basically who runs a show and well as someone who works in content basically is that I have
Sure.
to think about a wide audience and like how do you like Drawfee has almost 2 million subscribers and I have to think about how do I make this accessible for 2 million people? I can't be accessible, I can't be like accessible in a way where everyone's going to know what I'm talking about no matter what. There's still going to be people who get into D&D and not know like what a certain class is or what a race, one of the certain races are.
Right.
But it's like, it's still common enough where you want to use them as a jumping off point. Like I run the show Draw Detectives and I'm trying to stray away from saying like that this person, that we have the elves or
Right.
the druids or whatever, because I don't want to have those implications come into my show, but I still take the designs because they are accessible. It's just that I'm trying to take the designs so that people know just
Sure.
for a design aesthetic, and so that people get to see like the thing that they like in the show. But then it's hard too because I don't want to use it and just say like, well, I'm not talking about the problems here, you know,
Yeah, I mean,
because
and
I don't want
that's
to write it off. I don't want
it's
to
fu-
ignore that it's problematic, but it's hard.
again, and it's not. I don't want to make it sound like it's entirely as noble as that. It's not. It's not necessarily about how problematic it is for the experience of people
Right.
living those lives. It's a lot of times it's just that's part of it, but part of it is just a lack of honesty with game design. It's funny how the language of things develops, but like when we think of classes in RPGs, they were originally meant to portray classes and people's experiences and whether or not they were marginalized as a part of that. Druidism is a perfect example because druidism literally represents like a group of people that like it's it represents a cultural shift over millennia of a Germanic Europe representing itself after having been conquered by Rome, and
Mm.
that kind of folky desire to return and conflating the concept of druidism and Wicca and paganism
Hmm.
with non-modernism,
Right.
and turning that into a chintzy like version of itself is problematic in that way because
Hmm.
it does a lot to undermine the concept of you know uh, peoples that have been that have had their cultures forcibly changed,
Right.
but also just because when I got sick of in games you'd you'd make a character and you'd want to make it something mechanical, and you'd tie it to something mechanical in a world where it was originally intended for that to be something that would limit you based on the concepts that existed in a medieval world. You were a
Right.
thief not because you got backstab damage and you wanted to roll extra die. You were a thief because that was who you were in the world. You
Right.
were someone who eschewed the normal uh, 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 social pretenses and survived by being a highwayman or a thief or whatever, a robber.
Right.
You know, a paladin was a knight templar. A fighter was a sellsword. These are things that existed, and it's a weird medley of things that Gary Gygax slapped together across the Dark Ages and the Middle Ages across all of Europe, and in some places they threw in Shaolin monks because, you know, it was popular at the time and all that stuff. But when you're no longer building a world built on those pretenses, creating characters that are still hearkening to those concepts is limiting for no particular reason. You're not making a ranger. A ranger doesn't describe a skill set. A ranger describes a job. Someone
Right.
whose job it was to go out into the woods and either hunt or map the land or explore that was something that happened. We have
Right.
rangers now. We have park rangers.
Yeah.
That's not a thing you are in D&D when you make a ranger. You're just a
Right.
guy who gets, you know, you can tame a pet and you get spells and like yeah, some of the elements are there. You're more naturey than the average warlock, but like that's not that's not enough. That's not something that you build an entire language around. You know, we've long since lost the relevance of those vestigial elements of design. So hearkening to them for no reason other than the sake of like comfort is, you know, it's weird to build the system around. And I get that for a show. I get it because you're trying to create something that does operate within the language that people are used to, and that's what you're trying to play with those layers. But when I was creating my world and I was creating my tabletop system, I wanted to avoid that like the plague, because to me that's again the death of creativity is forgetting context, is losing what the greater world means. I call it genre decay. When you have something in a story because that's what's in the genre and that's just what you're used to,
Right.
then it no longer serves the purpose that it originally had.
Right.
Why do you level up in an RPG? Because you do. That's a bad answer. You should have a reason that you're doing it, or you shouldn't level up. Shadowrun, you don't really level up. There are plenty of tabletop systems where you level up very slowly. You don't have like level. It's an abstraction meant to represent a certain thing. And when you're designing something, you have to figure out what you're abstracting, what you're trying to simulate as well as you can, and what you're tossing because it's not fun. And keeping
Right.
things because they've always been there isn't creative.
Right. Well, I think also something, a few things that are important to say is that if you're playing a game and you do find fun in the leveling up and the metagaming and you know you know, playing like that, nothing wrong with that. That's not what Dan's trying to imply. It's just like from an art level that's what's like important to Dan.
Sure, I'm not saying that those things are. Yes, sorry. I'm not trying to say that things are wrong. I'm saying I'm not a fan of the proclivity of engaging with those things in an unobserved way, especially if you're trying to be creative about those things. If you're just trying to have,
Right.
it's like we said about game design last
Yeah,
week.
yeah,
If you're
yeah.
just trying to have fun, that's one thing. But if like, I was coming from this place of trying to create something that felt, you know, appropriate to a larger system, that felt like I was working with a language, and part of that is analyzing the words you're using.
Right.
You know, when you're no longer paying attention to why you're doing what you're doing,
Right.
I think it creates a less honest thing.
Right.
Yeah, I play plenty of games where you level up. Elden Ring is great, but
Right.
Elden Ring is contextualizes that. You know, it cares. You're
Right.
not just doing it because in RPGs you do it.
Right. But also, like, again, from an art level, I totally understand, and that's something that I also find a lot of enjoyment in. You know, is games that come up with an excuse as to why you're doing these things. But
Yeah.
also, if again, if you're just trying to have fun, hell yeah, go for it. You know,
Yeah,
it's
sure.
like, you know, it I can't, everything I do can't be art. Nothing, you know, everything you do in life can't be art. Sometimes you just gotta, uh, you know, bonk some stones together and have a good time.
Yeah, and
You know,
make a headlamp.
yes.
No, I mean, look, I think this is something I personally struggle with a lot. Like I was saying with art, I do try to do things the quote unquote right way, and there's nothing wrong with doing things from a way that's comfortable and fun. And everyone might not agree with me with what the right or wrong thing is, and there's no
No.
right or wrong that's necessarily standard all the time. But yeah, it's just something I personally try to do is to analyze everything and go, what's the best way I can do this? And to be really merciless with myself in that way. To not be precious about anything because, I want to examine it because I want to figure out what makes it tick and why does it work and why doesn't it work and when does it not?
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know, it,
Well, because it's like
the
what you find interesting, you know, and that there's nothing wrong with it. Oh my God, I've added a very important addition to your boat.
oh geez, no, sorry, we should pay attention to the boat. What's happening?
Well, I made an addition to your boat.
Oh, where's that? Okay, hold on.
I'm upstairs.
Your my. Why did you build this boat so big? All right, what are we talking? Like top level?
Yeah, I'm all the way at the top.
Okay. All right. I keep falling through that hole. I gotta fix that. Okay.
Okay, I see you. Yep,
Okay, I'm coming.
yep,
I'm coming.
yep,
Coming.
yep. Thank you. Hello. Okay.
Yeah. Wait,
Okay.
where are you?
Hello.
Is that a? That's gonna go in the bathroom. Get out. You haven't earned that.
um, do you want this egg?
I mean, yeah, usually.
How about this potato I brought with me?
How about this?
No.
Yeah,
How did you throw that? Oh.
that's a rock you can throw off.
Wow. Amazing. Something that I found interesting about something you said, kind of hand waving, and maybe this is a conversation for you and me afterwards. But I was very interested to hear that you had labeled yourself as a cis white male, considering you are, you know, your mother is from Colombia.
Oh well, I mean that's yeah. I mean I don't have a hugely important reason for that. I'm being honest. My mom is from Colombia. First, she's first generation. She came here,
Hmm.
but she didn't really teach us. She didn't really talk to us in Spanish. She didn't have time. She was very busy.
Your
And
mother
it's
did
not.
work all the time, constantly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, oh yeah.
she's a hardworking
Uh,
lady.
Yeah, and like I didn't. Most of our family on that side isn't here. My grandmother is not ours because she has a different grandmother than me. That's how
Mine is in
family
France,
works.
correct?
Well, no, I misspoke and meant hers, and like that's not
Oh,
how that works.
okay.
Um,
Yes.
but my grandmother is here, and then I have some family that's scattered across the U.S., but nobody else is really here in New York. And some people, they come and visit sometimes, but
And you go to see them sometimes, don't you?
yeah, I mean, not super commonly, but yeah, when I was younger and one time someone recently, but yeah, I just, I grew up, I look very white because my mom, she's Colombian, but she's very, I mean, she has a family crest. She's like old, she's got, her family line can be traced directly to Spain. She's very European. Uh,
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
yeah, and she just, genetically, facially, just the way that she appears.
Mm,
And just honestly, like I grew up in New York. I didn't know any other Colombian people. I don't speak Spanish. I mean, I speak a little bit now.
right.
I just culturally, I have no problem with it. It's not out of it's not out of any sense of shame
No,
or
you just don't
it's
feel
just that's a,
strongly attached, or not strongly attached, I shouldn't say, but like,
well, actually, I really don't feel strongly attached to anything culturally. I don't feel, I'm just kind of like here. But
right. Well, I think you and I operate similarly, where it's like, I don't know, I just don't think about it very much.
yeah, and it's just like I don't know to label myself as something. as not white would be kind of disingenuous because I grew up in a very white area. All my friends were very white. I look very white.
That's true. I mean, you do look very well. I don't know.
I
I'd
look
say
like
you.
Jon Snow.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, like,
I would say yeah.
and I know ethnicity with you know,
Well, I keep
South
fumbling
America is
between
not.
whether you look more like your mom or your dad, and your dad's very Irish. Your dad's very like
Yeah, I mean,
Irish New York.
yeah, my facial structure, I look a lot like that side of the family, but I'm the only
Yeah,
one other than my mom who has dark hair. I'm the only one other
that's
than my
true.
mom that has the freckles. I'm the only,
Yeah.
I have the Colombian shaped nose. But
Yeah. 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 I
other
guess your
than that,
sister doesn't. I always thought
yeah,
your
no,
sister looked very much like your mom,
yeah, I mean, in
but she's
some ways,
blonde.
she's very blonde. She doesn't have my mom's freckles.
True.
She kind of has her cheekbones though. My dad doesn't. We all inherited my my mom's cheekbones and
And
not
I
my
thought
dad's. I
similar
don't know
eye
why.
shape too. I don't know.
Yeah, I actually recently watched. I know this kind of goes against what I was just saying.
Okay.
Oh, if you want, okay. If you want if you're curious, because we're talking about this on the stream, then again, I forgot what we were doing. And you're like, all right, it's spending a long time talking about what someone looks like in a visual medium. Let me help you out. Google young Alfred Molina. That's me exactly. Um,
Yes.
in college, someone pointed this out, and I didn't see it until I found an image. I actually found one that looked so much like me and had the exact same beard and hair that I changed my Facebook profile
Damn,
to
this
that
is
photo.
exactly you.
Yeah, I changed it to that photo without telling anybody because I wanted to see what everyone's reactions were, and a lot of people said like, "Hey Dan, where'd you get that photo taken? Like, what's with that weird costume you're wearing? Why is it black and white?"
Oh my god, that is exactly you. That is absolutely bananas.
And I was actually just watching the Green Knight, and like I was kind of startled because I'm like, that guy, Dev Patel, like that guy has my eyes, like
Yeah.
exactly my eyebrow, my eyes.
Yeah.
Uh,
I could see that.
so
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm kind of I'm kind of ethnically ambiguous, but I trend more towards white. So I just say that because I grew up in a very white neighborhood, and all my friends were white, and
Listen, I'm
kind
not
of.
going to tell you you're wrong. I was just curious about it.
No, I mean, look, it's a fair question. Um, I just I don't have the experience that would necessitate equivocating about it. Like I just that's you
That's
know
fair.
that's how people see me. That's
I killed shark.
it's dead.
I killed shark. Yeah, I again, I wasn't saying that you were
No, I know.
wrong or anything. I was just very curious about it because I don't know. I think you and I had talked about this recently because people may or may not know, recently I went to France to take care of my grandmother because her health is failing, and
Sorry to hear that.
she doesn't have she probably doesn't have much time left. All four chambers of her heart are failing. So I went there and I was kind of having like a little bit of like an identity crisis a little bit because my grandmother is like I have a lot of French family. Like I really do. I have a lot of cousins. I have uh two uncles, an aunt, a ton of cousins that I talk to. I have great uncles, great aunts. My family's been there forever. But the person that I would always go see when I was in France and like stay with was my grandma. So like grandma is my French home base. It's like I always knew where to go when I was in France. So it was always like, I would spend summers there sometimes. I would spend like 3 months there and then I would come back to America and I would always stay with my grandma. And it felt very weird to feel like I was losing kind of like that home base or that tie to like the French side of me. And I know that's like very silly because I am French and like I have a French passport and I have French citizenship and I always have someone that I can go see, but I don't know, it felt weird. And then like you and I was talking to you about it, about this like exact thing where I was like, it feels weird because I feel like I'm losing that anchor to that part of myself. And you were saying that like, you brought up the very good point of
Thank you.
there, of like, we put too much emphasis on like one person. Like that's a lot to put on someone. And like,
Yeah, and sorry.
yeah, no, it like, and it's like, it's only like one part of me. And also like, you and I have a thing in common where we don't think too heavily. I say this kind of vaguely because I don't mean to be speaking for you, but I feel like this is something that growing up we both tended to do, which is like we don't think too hard about how to label ourselves. We're kind of just like very comfortable with being whatever, whoever we are.
Actually,
Yeah.
to that point, I very much agree with you. I've been thinking about it recently. I think that's a strange form of privilege unto itself. Is like, not only do I look the way that, let's be honest, I'm gonna get in the least amount of trouble with people just walking around every day,
Right.
but like I also, it's not something that's important to me because of the happenstance of my ethnic background, and sometimes I wonder if that's how, I came to some of the conclusions I did, because we grew up in a part of New York that not everyone around us was as, let's say, magnanimous about ethnicity, about race, about a lot of things,
Yeah.
especially in the time that we were in.
I definitely agree.
Sometimes I think that itself was a form of like, that's, I grew up in a way that seemed obvious to me because as someone who didn't have
100%.
skin in the game, there was an easy observation to come to. It was like, guys, I mean, that's not, I don't understand why you guys care so much about this.
Yeah. And like in a way where it's like, I don't like, I basically, again, in a very privileged way, realized that it was a problem for so many people in the way where I started going out in the world and being like, what? People actually do care in like a negative way? Why?
Oh, yeah.
Why are you putting so much emphasis on like what does it matter to you what that person's doing? Like it never occurred to me that should be like a thing that I think about. It was always just like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. Anyway, you want to play video games? Cool, let's go. Like
I really do.
It cared more to me if we had like things that we could do to like like hang out. I was like, do we have something in common that we can do together? Cool. Is there something that we like? Do we have nothing in common that we can't do together? Okay, I don't know how to talk to you. Okay, I'm gonna leave.
That's actually going back. Whenever there's that thing that happens when you go back and you look at older media and you cringe because you're like, oh no, this did not hold up. The thing that ends up offending me more often nowadays isn't the stuff. I mean, it's bad. It's the stuff that like.
There's a lot. There's a lot bad.
There's a lot. Yeah, let's not get into it because there's a lot.
There's a lot of bad things.
It's the way that I was kind of mollycoddled into believing that these were overblown issues. Not the stuff that was directly, challenging or directly problematic, but the stuff that tried to convince me really hard that anyone that worried about that was just overreacting. And just kind of poking fun at that and going, haha, can you believe how much these people care? And as a young person, you go, I guess that is ridiculous. I guess that's what's happening. I guess they're being ridiculous. And then going out in the world and going, oh no, I was trained wrong as a joke.
Right.
Oh, no. I'm wildly.
Oh no, people are hateful out there. Why?
Yeah, there really is deep injustice. And I was being programmed and set up to really just assume that was all fuff and nonsense.
Right.
And I look back at that and I go, oh jeez. I really hope at no point did I ever like think that or say that to anyone about like, oh come on, because I go, oh man, I'm watching like old comedians and old like movies where they're like, oh, I can't believe how ridiculous is this guy that he cares about, you know, the representation of people in X, Y, and Z. And I go, I guess so. I don't really know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I think like, also, I think, so I was going to bring this up earlier when we were talking about influential art styles, is that, so Dan is basically the person that I spent the most time with up until high school, because then Dan went to an all-boys school and a place I could not follow. But
yeah, it would have been difficult.
It would have been a little difficult, except my brother did go to that school, so.
Another Catholic school. I spent 13 years in Catholic school, which is
I also went to Catholic school.
Yeah, that's true.
It's why I love The Hunchback of Notre Dame so much, because it says all of that is very messed up, and we should just chill as a religion.
So good, though.
It was so good. Anyway,
that song slaps so fucking hard.
So basically, Dan and I would hang out every day at school, and then every weekend, it was basically like, you know, I would get home, Dan would call me, or I would call Dan. I would say, hey parents, can I go hang out with Dan? And they would go, yeah, of course. And then they would drive me over, and then I would see my parents on Sunday. So, I mean, for just like 8 years, was, well, you know.
Well, because you were abusing George's, my brother's need to get every video game just as much as I was.
Oh, 100%.
Because it's like, that's where all the stuff is. I didn't buy it, but I had an older brother who, like, was my Sherpa into nerddom. He bought it, all the anime, all the video games. Yep. And it's like, hell yeah, bring it on, let's do it.
Until recently, my interaction with Final Fantasy VII and Chrono Trigger was that I played up until a point that I passed out in your brother's room, and I just physically could not keep my eyes open anymore and just fell asleep. And it was like however far I could get in that play session was how far I got into that game.
If I had to genuinely conjure up the things I'm most embarrassed to admit, it genuinely might be that at times I will claim that I have beaten RPGs that I actually haven't. I watched my brother play them the entire way through.
How dare you? Gamer shame. Gamer shame.
I didn't feel the need to play it myself because I saw the whole thing. But I realized when I told people that they would look at me weird, so I just started telling people like, yeah, I've played every Final Fantasy. I haven't.
Right.
I'm sorry I lied, everyone.
But yes, so you know, again, going back to like the art talk, is that honestly, if I think about the person who is most influential on me and like my starting art form, is you, because you and I, just because we are both artists and because we hung out all the time, and you and I have always had discussions like this where we just talk about
despite whoever might be listening.
Sorry everyone.
Sorry. Every now and again I'm checking in mentally and going, oh no, we're not playing anything. I'm not doing anything funny. Oh boy.
No, it's fine. I just realized I was wearing a Boar hat.
You guys better like it.
But you and I have always had discussions like this, and you and I, just because, you know, that's also like where you start really getting into art, and like, you know, that's when you and I really got into it, and like we would pull out like the video game booklets that would come with the games, like the instructions, and look at the art together, and then we would look at like anime and talk about the anime together and like the art in that. I remember we had very long discussions about Ava, and kind of like how they would do the mechs and stuff and the mech designs. And I was super into Gundam, and Dan wasn't, but he suffered through many a conversation about Heavy Arms Gundam.
Look, I don't hate Gundam by any means. I think I was just, I might be making some enemies in chat. My problem was Gundam Wing, because Gundam Wing is weird and soapy in a way that I don't think
Yes.
helps. Like, it turned Gundam into a shonen in a way that I don't think helps Gundam.
Yeah, fair.
Sorry, continue.
Although you haven't watched Thunderbolt yet, and you should, because it's
Wait.
very good.
Oh, Gundam Thunderbolt. Yes, I thought
Yes.
I did the same thing. We did this before.
Yes.
I'm just gonna say this on chat so that you have pressure from someone other than me. You gotta watch Thunderbolt Fantasy. It looks like it shouldn't work, but it totally does.
Gundam Thunderbolt is so good. It's probably objectively the best. I still love Gundam Wing because it is soapy, and listening to Hiro Yui say "I'll kill you" is still the funniest moment in any anime. But when he says it to Relena, it's still the funniest thing. But anyway, so
Who is your favorite Gundam Wing character? Keep in mind there are only two acceptable answers: Duo and literally any other character, because those are the only two characters. Sorry.
okay, I'll have you know my favorite character was Troa. I love
did know that.
Sad Clown Boy. Daniel, my tastes have not changed. I love Sad Clown Boy. I literally, I have.
I'll go back to the left. Sorry.
My current draw detectives OC is basically a sad clown boy. Let's be real. If we think about it, he's a sad clown boy.
My brother doesn't cook a lot, but he cooks some. And the dish that he's most proud of, it's like deep fried wings. But when he make like turkey wings, when he makes them and he leaves the tip at the edge of the wing you usually don't cook, when he leaves those on, he calls them troas because they have his hair.
Yes,
It's like
beautiful.
the same like swoopy shape of his hair.
Oh, his hair is amazing, and I literally was drawing my character in Draw Detectives, and I couldn't decide what kind of hair I wanted, and I was like, haha, let's put the Troa Barton hair. Oh no, I like it.
Oh, no, I like it.
Oh no, it's staying.
Oh, that was me for most of through most of like 7th grade and Angel Wings. I'm like, I can put Angel Wings on this guy. No,
yeah, I mean,
changed
that was
my
also
mind.
the style at the time. Everything had angel wings.
I changed my mind. That's the thing I'm most ashamed of. That I went through an Angel Wing phase.
But
as
that
an
was
artist.
the time. Everything had angel wings.
Oh, look, I know, but that was like the emo notebook equivalent of drawing at the time. That was like
Fair.
that was the S that you make out of the 9 horizontal lines.
Yeah, the Stussy.
Yeah, the stuff. That's the equivalent of like MySpace art. Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, continue.
Yeah. But like so Dan and I again you know I really would say like me using the thing that like is kind of my shortcut now, and it's partially because I really enjoyed John Jay's class at FIT, a class that I thought I would hate, and then I was just like, uh-oh, I've discovered my style a little bit. Whoops, I've stumbled into it in a fashion course. Also Dan and I went to the same college at the same time. It was very weird. We like diverted paths for high school and then met again in college. You like the shark head?
I just didn't know it was coming.
Yeah.
The wind is blowing in the exact opposite direction of where we need to go, and that's bothering me tremendously.
Okay. Fix some sails. So, like the thing that my shortcut in art is that I do heavy black shadows.
Oh, that's me totally. Yeah.
That is 100% a Dan influence. I remember the exact conversation we had in art class. No, it was during recess. We were in the parking lot, which was where our playground was. It was just a parking lot.
It was just a parking lot.
It was literally just a parking lot.
There was a lawn. They just didn't let us on it.
No, they didn't let us onto the lawn because that was for the nuns. So
that was for the nuns.
That was the nuns' lawn. So
that's where they did their secret Suspiria ritual.
That's where our singing nun came out the earth.
Yeah, that's where she was interred, and you'll find her body there. And if you find her body, you'll have tremendous power over her.
Yeah. Oh, that's why I went downstairs. I needed food. So anyway, and you were trying something new with your drawing, and I was looking at it, and I was like, damn, I really like how you did like the shadows on the line. And you were like, oh, I don't know, I just really, you said, and I quote, I just leaned really hard on the pencil, and I was like, oh, because I drew really softly and like very sketchy until then. And then you said that, and I was like, oh, I take that now. I do that now.
So I actually, remind me. There was a question I wanted to ask you about art before I get there.
Sure.
When I got to FIT and we're supposed to be learning properly, I never used a single other. I learned to draw using a number 2 pencil, like a real number 2 pencil, and I drew way too much of it. And everyone was like, Dan, you have to stop. All your things are coming out glossy on like lined paper.
Yeah.
All of my artwork was number 2 pencil on lined paper. It showed like the graphite, like shown in the what you call it, the reflection. It's like, you have to stop. This is terrible.
Well, I feel like the real lesson college does is that it slowly pries away your comfort utensils and says, please stop using this. Try literally anything else. And you're going, no.
But it's so funny because to this day, like I was watching you guys I watch you guys do Drawfee sometimes, and I'm like, wow, you guys talk a lot about the filters you use or the brushes or anything.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's good. I should be doing that. But like, I use the same tools all the time. All the time.
I mean, I have the comfort ones I go to as well, you know. It's like,
I mean, like,
I have the things that I enjoy, and then just the things that I forcibly had to learn because I had to make a comic a day for years for Dorkly.
What I mean is that I found a brush that I liked 10 years ago.
Okay.
Like a digital brush.
Okay.
And the first time I used literally any other brush for any art at all was the Encanto stuff recently.
Oh.
That was my first time changing my brush.
I do find it's really freeing to just like switch up a medium that you're really uncomfortable with and go like, this isn't going to come out well. I'm just going to like, and I'm not saying that this is what you did. But like sometimes if I'm stuck in an art rut, I'll just be like, yeah, let's mess around with this. Why not?
No, and it is like, that was the first time I did any kind of painting in a long time. And I was surprised to find like, oh, I can do this. I didn't know that I could do any kind of painting.
Right.
Genuinely, like, I was like, I'm just a line artist. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like a lot of things, I think a lot of change is catalyst based. You get to the point where you won't learn something until you're ready to learn it, and then you'll have a eureka moment that you think happens in that moment. But really, if you had that eureka moment without all the change happening beforehand, nothing would have happened. You needed that slow build. You needed to understand before you were ready for the click. And so yeah, like I tried some new tools and I went, I didn't know I could do this. I was slowly, it's not just like it happened instantly. I was getting there. But I wanted to ask you a question. Because I know what it was for me. Do you remember the first time as an artist that you drew something, and not that you were proud of it, but you thought like, oh, this isn't a doodle. This is a drawing. This is a distinct drawing that I made that's a specific thing, and I enjoy it, and I want to make it look a certain way, and there's a finishing point where it's not like I'm just mindlessly going, but you just go, I'm done. This is the vision that I had.
No. Famously, I have the Empire of Dan's soul. It's very funny.
Except the state of...
Sorry, I just discovered I could go in third person mode, and I wedged myself between two sharks, and I'm wearing the shark head, and I just saw the Empire of Dan's soul, and I'm just standing between them. My official answer... My official answer is probably not no. And it's because again, it goes back to what we were talking about with artists always pushing themselves, and you know, it's very personal and it's difficult. But I famously I'm very self-critical in everything that I do. And it's something that I am working on. God bless therapists. You know, and it's always been a problem. And I have a really hard time looking at old art. But the first time I've ever been proud of anything I've literally ever made was is the current season of Detectives. And I am.
Come on, that can't be true.
It is true. I am 33 years old, and it is the first time that I'm like proud of something that I've made or done. So it you know, it's hard because art, you're always trying to be better, and then I suffer a lot from not feeling like I am where I should be career wise or life wise. So it's hard because then you look at everything going like, well, it's not uh, uh this piece of art isn't on a New York Times bestseller book, and everyone doesn't love it for the strictly the cover, or like this. Sometimes I beat myself up with, and the mods will know this because I talk about this with the mods sometimes. But like sometimes on my low days, I'm like, Draw Detectives is a failure because it hasn't been picked up by fucking Netflix for a whole 7-season show, which in reality would be a nightmare. But if it's not like my expectations of myself are so twisted that, and like morphed and bad, that it's like it's unreasonable. So it sometimes I'm like, I like this drawing. It's a good drawing. And then I'll keep it for myself. But it's not like I never feel like this is my magnum opus. This is my great piece.
I'm really sorry to hear that, because I'm sure there's plenty of people in the chat who, don't want you to feel that way about your work. We're all here because we do love your work.
Well, thank you. Well, you're here because, we've been friends for a very long time.
And because I'm the Boar Lord.
And you're the Boar Lord, and you signed a contract that said that you had to show me your boat plane.
I think it was written in blood.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I actually, it's funny because I have the same cycle I go through. I mean, I think mine is a little bit more manic and a little bit more like that. I am the greatest the world has ever seen, and then you cycle down to like, oh my god, I can't believe I even bothered getting out of bed in the morning. That horrible cycle. That's more what I do.
Yeah.
But no, for me, it's really more like the other fantasy. It's the thing that always traps me up is the it's not the deal with a major TV network or whatever. To me, my mark of success is I always hear stories about famous artists that, like, through history, who have like the Algonquin Round Table. I adore the concept of that. Mm-hmm. It's a bunch of writers who got together and they just shot the shit, and it was like punk, and it was punk before punk. It was just intellectuals coming together, right, and just being at the head of the artistic world before anyone knew it.
Right.
And that's the thing I'm always judging myself on is like, oh man, I really like. I have to be there. Like they were already there by my age. They like,
Yeah, I feel that.
I need to lead that enigmatic artist's life. Of
right.
Just like, it's just
right.
creation, and who cares what anyone says? I'm creating pure art, and it's like anytime I'm making anything on Instagram because people liked a certain, like the Encanto thing, people liked it and they wanted to see more of it, and part of me was like, that's great, I enjoyed doing it and I want to do more of it because I like the idea of it. But there's always that voice in the back of my head that screams, that's dishonest and bullshit. That you're just doing it because people want to do it, and you just want to. That's being famous, and that's not being an artist, man. You got to be like, you just got to be forging your own way and just let people come to you, and if they don't, you just whatever.
Right.
And it's so easy for that to sap all of the love out of it, all of the care out of it, because you're constantly deciding for yourself that you should be something other than just your creative process.
Yeah.
So I totally get it. I think it manifests differently for everybody, but like, there's also a certain point where you just have to, and that's probably why I go through these cycles, but there's a certain point where you just have to be kind to yourself, and you just
for sure
give yourself that that out of like, you know what? I like this. I like this today, and I don't know if anything's gonna make anything of it, but like, I just wanted to make it because it's good, and that's good enough for me. You find that love again of it
Yeah.
that brought us here in the first place, you know?
I mean, it's like, I think, you
Ooh, we're getting close.
you know, not to
I'm literally rowing us there.
not, not to embarrass Jacob while he's not here, because he doesn't like to talk about this stuff, but
Sure.
but I think for this specific purpose, like, Jacob balances me very well, because Jacob's very like, I have 2 egg. Sorry, I have a thing about eggs. These are not Joanna's eggs.
I thought you were saying that Jacob's like, I have 2 eggs. I'm trying to
I'm
find.
sorry.
I'm
No.
trying to find the metaphor in that. Like, yeah, I get what you're saying about the eggs.
No, a thing that he drags me about is that I talk about these are not Joanna's eggs, the quote from Adventures Down Under or whatever it is, Rescuers Down Under, whatever it's called. And so I'll say that.
Yeah, Joanna's the monitor lizard, right?
Yes. Thank you.
That goes into like the sense memory category of my brain. Where
Yes.
It's not even like a specific moment. I just remember the feel.
Yes.
That
You should
visual
rewatch it.
part.
It's fantastic. But going
I did the same
back.
thing recently. Sorry.
No, sorry. Before I get lost on my track.
Sure.
He Jacob's very like practical with his art. Like, he's like, I want to be the best that I can be, but also I want it to express what I need it to express. In
The fucking superpower, man.
yeah, he's just like, you know, he's kind of like, I don't know, it did its job, and that's what's important to me. And I'm like, curse you. I'm always in the pursuit of like, you know, creating the next. I want to like challenge myself always, and you know, if I have met the challenge, that means that the challenge wasn't big enough. And Jacob's always like, I don't know, you're living a comfortable life, you live in a nice apartment with a partner, and you have 2 cats who are lovely, and like, you're surviving, and you're thriving, and you have time for hobbies, and things are nice. Like, like, congratulations, you're living off of your art, and that's what, like, you've done it.
Dream.
And I'm like, but what if? But like, I'm not doing enough.
Yeah, because to me, the thing that always trips me up is I always see the textbook. You know, I always see people talking about my work.
Yeah.
Because that's ultimately, you know, if I had to say anything, that's the thing that I care the most about. More than any specific one thing I wanted to make, I just always wanted to be the kind of person in the world that was my hero. And those were people that made art that I really deeply cared about.
Yeah.
So like, what I want more than anything else is for someone to care like I do about something that I make.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I think that's the same thing for me as well. And then I always feel like the thing that I'm making is not accomplishing that.
Yeah,
You know?
I always think of it in terms of like the discography, the IMDb page, and I wriggle at the idea of anything I make not being up to snuff, of someone looking at my body of work and going, well, this earlier stuff wasn't very good, and then either judging it based on that, of like, because there's a lot of artists, I'm probably guilty of it myself. There's a lot of artists that I go like, yeah, they did one thing that was cool, but the other stuff isn't that great, and so maybe it was just kind of like it was a fluke, or like, you know.
Right.
And I'm always afraid of that guy seeing my work and judging that and him being right. And,
Yeah.
you know, that's, oh no, they were right.
Right,
All my earlier stuff
right.
was junk.
Right. Well, I think it's like, you know, earlier I said like, you know, sometimes I'll think that, you know, on my worst days that like Draw Detectives is a failure because it's not being picked up by some big show. Hi, Olive. My cat's arriving. You know, or one of my cats. Hi, Olive. But it's not like a monetary thing. It's just like like, I think that being recognized to that level by a bunch of people who have to make you know, shows and who have looked at a bunch of like pitched scripts, look at my thing and go like, well, that could be like, that's interesting enough to be something even bigger. Like that deserves to have a whole team of people supporting it to make it the best that it can be. You know, and that's like really interesting, but like that is amazing. But I think the most important thing is just like, you know, I think about, do you watch the show Owl House at all?
I've seen of it. Oh my god, hold on. I might be a massive idiot. I might have spent the past half hour trying to get my way and paddling back to where I just came from.
Daniel.
No!
Daniel.
It's the oil derrick!
Daniel.
No!
Daniel. 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 Daniel.
Where I'm going?
Daniel.
No, 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 no.
Daniel. Daniel.
Oh, God.
Daniel.
Well, if you need me, I'll be on the sun.
Daniel.
I'm going to fling myself.
Daniel.
Maybe we can loot it again.
Oh my god, I'm dying of starvation. Oh my god. How? There's so much food on this.
Where the hell are we supposed to go?
Oh no.
Oh God, someone must be in chat screaming just like, how did you...
Well, a
Oh,
lot of people
God.
are just saying your name because I was saying it repeatedly. Which is what I do. Well, anyway.
Oh no.
I
You access the notes. Get away from me, you damn fish. I'm not in the mood.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Anywho,
Oh.
the
no.
I'm gonna say this one point, and then we should probably call it too, because it's. I just realized we're half an hour over time.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
No.
It's we're.
No.
We've
I
ended.
thought we were gonna get so far.
We've ended on a colossal failure.
No. Boy, is that appropriate for what we were just talking about. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed our therapy section /
Yeah.
exercise in...
Well, I want to say one thing quickly about Owl House before I forget it.
Sure, yes, go.
As Dan has a, a meltdown,
Fucking breakdown.
break it down.
No.
So that like Owl House was something that was like really special, and a lot of people like, you know, it was very important to a lot of people. Like it meant a lot, and it like kind of changed how you know what shows could do. It was Streamlabs just closed. What?
Streamlabs.
Oh my god. No, okay, we have sound now. Guys, Streamlabs crashed and Twitch won't load for some reason. But
Wow.
we're back.
It
I want to say
confounded-
a quick thing about Owl House, and then we're gonna call it.
Oh God, it compounded our failure as hard as it could.
we failed so hard.
Oh, no.
We went backwards, and then it was just like, you done.
Oh, good lord. Okay.
That was very funny. So I was gonna say, like, Owl House is very important to people, because like the main character is bi or lesbian. I cannot figure out which one because I haven't seen all of it yet, but she's dating another one of the female characters. It's very fun. It's very cool, and it's very important, and people liked the show to begin with anyway, because it was just a really good show, and then they added that, and everyone was just like, oh, the good show that I like got like better.
Isn't that always nice?
And that's nice. And but it got canceled because you know
Because things new.
because it's Disney, and there's a gay character, I guess. Yep. But you know, it was really important to people, and people were talking about it so like so much like online, and like how much it meant to them, and like the creator of Owl House, I really hope she's like truly proud of that show, because it meant so much to people. And I want to make something like that, or like, you know, my favorite book series of all time, you know, the His Dark Materials, The Golden Compass. It kind of like changed how it changed something fundamentally in me, and how I view certain media, and like what media could be and what media could say. And I want something that I make to be important to people. And I want it to, basically I want recognition from people that I respect, if I'm being honest. You know, I of course want the recognition of like people being like, no, your thing is truly well and very good, and it is well crafted, and you did a good job. But also I mean,
that's not gonna be the stream, but yeah.
No, the stream is a mess, boy.
I can't believe the level on which we failed, but sorry, I cut you off.
No, it's fine. But then, you know, I want that recognition, and then, you know, honestly, I just want someone to say like it was important, and there was you know, I'm glad that you made it and spent time on it and brought it into the world, and I'm glad that it was a thing.
You made a girl cry. You told me that.
That's true.
So I mean, you might be there.
I might be there. I don't know. I love that I can go in third person.
Okay, how do you do that?
So in the settings, you have to bind a button to it. Like I bound the M button, but yeah. I have a bunch of materials. I'm gonna dump them off in your buckets, and Olive's trying her best to put her tail on my eyeball. I'm allergic to cats, Olive.
How do you see? You know what? Hold on. We need to figure. I have no idea how to get to our notes. And sorry, I did cut you off again. Please finish.
That's fine. No, I was just gonna say that I'm gonna put the materials that I've gathered that aren't wood and leaves into your buckets, and then I think we're gonna call the stream.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I thought you. I was worried I cut you off.
Oh no, you're fine.
Point about art. Okay.
No. Also, like, again, I'm used to how you and I talk, and there's just like a lot of both of us being very eager to get a point in. So it's a lot of back and forth between the two. We do it to each other, so it's fine.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed our therapy session.
Yes, I hope that everyone had a good time and enjoyed it. And I'm sorry it was kind of a mess, but
they tuned in for.
Yeah. When
misunderstood, we messed up the pretense of it.
It's also like, I mean, and people will relate to this, but like, I don't know, when you hang out with a friend that you've had for a majority of your life. Dan's been my friend for 25-ish years. You're just gonna go off on tangents. It's just gonna become two friends hanging out. So it's always gonna be a little bit of a mess. But Dan, thank you for joining us, and everyone be sure to check out Dan's Instagram so that it can be locked again by everyone's viewing and following of it.
It is up as of right now.
we crashed Dan's Instagram, you know, hilariously. But yes, thank you so much for joining us, Dan, on this stream. Your plane boat is amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll let you know when it's finished.
Dan, I have a very important thing to tell you.
Sure.
Press T.
What the son?
We've done it.
Why would you tell me that now?
You're just on the top of your propeller with a shovel, not saying anything.
This is what a man on the edge looks like. Oh, God.
Amazing.
I thought I was so prepared. Oh, God. We're gonna hop right into it, I said.
Yep.
Sailing off to an adventure, I said. Flying away! Oh, Lord.
It's okay, because I have egg.
You know what? You got egg. Can't overstate that.
I ate the egg.
I interrupted you.
Nope.
You were saying important things.
I wasn't
You
really.
ate the egg? How'd you eat the egg?
I just left click the egg.
Wait, you could just eat the egg?
I
I was
just ate-
trying to before.
I just ate the egg. Anyway, Jacob and I are still gonna stream tomorrow night. We'll probably play Dark Souls, knowing me. And then, unless I decide to do otherwise. But if you're in New York City, Drawfee's gonna be at Mocha next weekend, April 2nd and April 3rd. So come hang out with us. We're tabling next to Rebecca Mock, who is amazing. We're gonna try our best to not bother her as much as possible. But yeah, thank you so much for joining on this bonus stream on a Saturday night. You're throwing rocks at me. That's not very nice.
Thanks for coming, everybody. I'm just gonna keep throwing rocks at Jules until we're out.
That's it. We're out of here.
That's it. I guess, yeah, there's nothing else to do.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye. Thanks for coming.
Stream crashed.
Did it? Wait, when? Just now?
Just